streaming, and let's see if we're connecting to live stream. Says we have an excellent connection. Let's hope everything works and the usual things take shape. Looks like they are, and with that we go over to the channel to see if it, is there, and then we hit that. Says we have an get echo. We've got echo. That's great. Everybody hit that upvote, please. This is a very small act on your part to click that upvote, but it is, well, it means a lot to us. Indeed, it's life and death for distribution. It all depends on the aggregate. We live in the world of the aggregate. With that, we start our infinite call. And, okay, how do we do this? Press the button. And I am definitely only here physically tonight. I'm dropping in to let everyone know I'm alive and well. Things are going well. I mean, they're going well, and I'm well, but exhausted. And so tonight will be yes with Aristides. So dear Aristides. All right. So remind me at 10:15 p.m. your time. 10:15 p.m. your time. We're going to try and bring Brooke Gibson on to the call.
Oh, yay.
I don't know if that'll work. I don't know if she will remember how to respond, but she said she'll try to respond, and so we'll do our best. Now that means that believe me, we're going to do our best to keep me alive until 10:15 p.m. At which point she'll probably irritate me into being alive a while longer. But if no one else joins us and extends the conversation, we're going to close pretty early tonight. Tonight is going to be one of 3 truncated episodes this month. I'm going to share the calendar with Aristides when he's done with the blurb. Then we'll go over the calendar together, and I'm going to tell people about the 3 truncated episodes this month. One of them will definitely be the last Sunday of the month, so it'll be the 30th, the night of the 30th into the 31st. The other one will be the night of the 23rd into the 24th, and the other one will be tonight. And these will be truncated episodes because for these other 2 later in the month, I'll be getting up very early in the morning. And but for tonight, it's simply because of all of the things I've dealt with over the past few days. I am too poop to pop. I am exhausted. I cannot perform. We're just gonna be here, just say hi, talk casually. Whoever wants to come on, come on. And then we'll bring Brooke on if possible, and then we'll chat with her a bit, and then I'm going to, just go to sleep. So with that,
Right.
yeah, we got Aristides. And Aristides, how are you doing? How are things on your side? Yeah.
Oh, just splendid.
That's delightful. Okay, so do me a favor, and if you're ready for the blurb, jump right into it. Take your time. There's no rush.
Just about.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sitting down.
Yeah.
And a drink.
Oh, let's see if you're registered. Yeah. Say hi.
And I assume I'm registering.
He's registering. Oh, yeah. Let me check Oh, we got a lot from T-Take Berry and Joseph Araujo. Oh, Douglas Marks. You know what, Douglas Marks? You said, I like the image on tonight's show, last episode, and that did not upload your statement. It was the only statement you said in the entire show, and it was right at the beginning, and that did not display until after the show was published. So hopefully you did not take that personally, that I did not respond to you. I did not even see what you had said. YouTube did not display it until after the episode was uploaded. So, yeah, at any rate, dear gentlemen, all of you, T-Tank Berry, Joseph Araujo, Douglas Marks, welcome aboard, and I'll acknowledge all of you in the chat in order of appearance in a moment. right now we'll turn back to our dear Aristides, and yeah, okay. If you're ready, dear sir, take it away.
Okay, sure. Ready as I'll ever be.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you so much.
I've just put my upvote, and in fact, my upvotes, plural, on the program. You might wonder how does this magic happen? I've only been able to upvote once. Well, we'll explain. But we want you to upvote right away. We always tell you that, and we always tell you why. And in case you forgot, or you're new, or you need a refresher, that's not just for moral support and our egos. It's for the algorithm, and it's I don't know, whatever its ego consists of, and it is so the algorithm prioritizes the content to share, suggest, put in search results, etc. However it does, and so that would help tremendously. Hopefully, we got you trained to hit that right away. If not, please do that, and especially more important because we need to balance out a few of the tired old usual downvotes that are placed by haters that you can't see. YouTube doesn't show them, never does anymore, anywhere. That's how you knew the fun was dying in society, that YouTube stopped showing the downvotes. But they are placed, and we need them to be basically balanced out right away. So to keep everything in the positive for the algorithm. So the algorithm helps Douglas, and Douglas can maintain his listenership and grow and make a little bit of money because this is his job, and so forth. So, and continue to keep people informed. So hit that upvote, and you have to be logged in to do it. And that's how YouTube works. That's how most things work. You can't interact or put your 2 cents in unless you've at least signed in. So you have to sign in. So if you can do that, do that if you know how, if you've done it before. If not, you can, the easy way is to register a Gmail with YouTube. If you, well, actually, I don't know what it's like when you're not logged in, but I assume there's like a up in the corner. If you're not, that's usually where your account thing is. It probably says log in. So go there, and you can register a Gmail. It's the very easiest thing to do. Often you're signed in with that. A lot of people to their browser anyway, depending if you use Chrome, I guess. So you probably have these things. You probably use these things, and Gmail is the gets you in the door for free, so to speak, without creating another account and writing down another name and password, and another sticky note on the side of your monitor to add to all the rest, which nobody does anymore. But this is because this isn't, like the early 2000s.
You mean nobody uses sticky notes anymore? I think they do. Probably.
Well, or like puts it, like writes their name and password and puts it on the sticky note.
Oh,
I'm sure some people do.
Right. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's for
right,
sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, because these days, or at least your browser can remember them for you. Yeah. That doesn't mean you want to create a bunch of accounts if you don't have to. We've all probably got more accounts than we'll ever remember. So if you have a Gmail, then use it, or hit log in and create an account however you prefer, but Gmail's the easiest. So to do the upvoting, to do anything, I guess, even to participate in the chat, you have to do that, to leave comments after the program below the window, which they're only enabled after the program for non superstar monetized people. Some people have it during the program. I don't know how. Not here. So you can always leave them after. You can upvote comments also, which is important because if comments are downvoted, then they could be disappeared by YouTube. So they need to be upvoted there too. So if you're there, try to leave a comment. It's probably the one of the best things you can do, actually participate. Unfortunately, you can't look below here now and see them because they're not enabled yet. But if you're in the replay, listening on replay, you will. And so leave a comment. You can participate in chat. All these things while being logged in. So benefits are many, including upvoting. And also, to explain what I was saying before, you can, up in your same account menu up in the corner, where it says switch account, you can register more than one Gmail or log in there to switch between. And once they're registered, you can just click real quick between them. And each one can do its own upvoting, which you might expect. It's a separate account. So that account can upvote too. So that's one way you can put multiple upvotes. And another way is even under any one account, you can create a channel or multiple channels. And what that is normally for giving a specific separate identity for publishing content. But you don't have to put anything on a channel. You can leave it blank. And it's a different name, different identity, and they can upvote also. So all these ways to vote more than once. Very, very exciting. You should just do that for the principle of it, because everywhere else you can't vote more than once. And even if you could, it probably wouldn't matter. So here, at least it does matter, and helps to keep Douglas reaching people and stop him from being I don't know, shadow banned, as I think the word is, and to keep going. So all very important there. So that's the big fancy like speech. Most people just say, hey, like, subscribe, but here we're like more than once, and this is how. And so yeah, those other people just assume, I don't know, that you're logged in, or that they're happy with just one upvote. But here, we try to do better.
That's right. We excel.
I just yeah. This is what would you call it? It's a something democracy. It's
a true democracy. As a matter of fact, it's the Dietrich Dietrich Chronoversal.
Yeah.
Democracy.
Non-linear, uber hyper Dietrich democracy.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
And you're directly represented. Yeah.
Right. Direct representation and participation. Right.
Yeah.
You can go. It's like you were. It's like imagine. You can vote, but you can also go. You can go right there into the halls of government and argue your point. Imagine that. You can come here and do that.
Yeah.
Right. Like Brooke Gibson's about to.
Presumably.
Okay. And apart from that silliness, subscribe, like most people would ask, please subscribe. And that is to help you just stay in touch with the content better. If you see a button below the window that says subscribe, hit that and subscribe. In fact, if you log in from a different account, it probably won't say, it'll probably show that, because you can subscribe from all of them, right? Why not? And like from all of them, you can subscribe from all of them. From at least one of them, you should hit the or the one you stay signed in the most. Let's put it that way, because I think it's it goes by you being signed in. Or all of them, the little bell thing there, and that's the notification bell. And what that does is sends a pop-up or notification to your device that you're logged in on that the program is starting, and it will do that every time if you click on that bell and select all. If not, it kind of leaves it up to YouTube. Probably sending mostly the ones you listen to or go to the most, or sometimes random stuff, just kind of whatever. Sometimes stuff you're not even subscribed to. It's just, we think you'll like this, but you tell it, no, I want this, right?
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Love it.
Right. And other thing, feel free to do that in other channels that you really like. That's how the notification bell works. So it sends a pop-up when the program starts. Very handy. Nothing to remember, nothing to do. Just reflexively click. You're there, and you're here. So and probably a good reminder that you're still subscribed. So I don't think they'll do that if you're not subscribed, and you may be. People become unsubscribed just for whatever reason or no reason
Mhm.
on YouTube, especially from unmonetized channels, and double especially in Douglas's case, because I think he's already got them YouTube a little miffy with him a few times.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Sorry.
It's a
So
wonder we're still on, but thank God that
yeah,
we are.
yeah,
Yes.
yes. Yeah. See, it's a miracle only made possible with your support. So
That's right.
yeah, like
Well, no, I
subscribe.
mean,
Huh?
their support's important to keep me going financially, but
Yes.
nobody ever really helped us keep the channel on except by participating, like the way our man Aristide suggests,
Right.
commentary and
Right.
upvotes. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, there you go.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
sharing, and subscribing. And
Sharing.
yeah,
Sharing is caring.
yeah, that's
That's what
right.
they at least I think that's what they teach in like kindergarten or something.
They used to, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
I
caring.
don't know what they're teaching now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one of the few lessons that carries into adulthood, I guess. Share
Yes.
with your friends, right? Well,
Yes.
yeah. So you encourage that here. Share this content with your friends, although it's certainly not kindergarten level content. In fact, it would likely befuddle most adults.
Yeah, that's
Or,
for fucking sure.
or,
Yes. And by the
or
way,
suppose.
you usually learn to share was an act of cruelty by adults. It was like, you got candy? Learn to
Yeah.
share.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
This would be considered an act of cruelty too. Sharing
Yeah.
Douglas Dietrich. Most people say,
Yeah.
"What is this? Oh, my life has changed for."
I'm confused. I'm crying.
Yes.
I don't know what I'm
Angry.
looking at, listening to, but it's always like that at first. It's and then you realize this is being grown up, and then you start to you like it. Then eventually you can't live without it.
Yes.
Yeah. So
There you go.
share it with your friends. So you do that by hitting the share button there below. It's the easy way anyway. You could copy it out of the browser bar, but if you hit the share button, not only does YouTube and its algorithm feel that, it gives you a little handy thing to grab the link, essentially the same as in the browser bar. You can hit copy there. You can hit one of the direct platform share buttons. If you feel like opening that, it'll open that app for you, I suppose, directly, but you might not want to do that because you want to pay attention here. So just grab that link, keep it handy. At your convenience, drop it in on your social media, chat, DM, email, text, anywhere that you feel is appropriate, or just directly send it with of course, with a glowing recommendation to anyone you feel who would benefit from the content. But sometimes random is good, just that's how a lot of things work. Just spam it to 100 people, and maybe one or two of them are like, oh, this is neat.
And get put on a terrorist watch
Yeah.
list before you know
A couple of them will never talk to you again. But,
and a couple of
but
ones you didn't know will either start stalking you or all
might
kinds
make
of
a new
strange
friend,
shit.
make new friends, and be exciting. So share that link. You can, of course, any electronic method you can think of to physically share stuff. It's funny, today I heard somebody else talking about print out QR code and stick it up in the in the public bathroom. So we're not alone. We're not alone. Just as other people talk about people being unsubscribed from channels. So it's not just us. It might, especially be us a lot of times, but not just us. So you can print out a QR code. There's free, just search for QR code generator, and it'll print out a QR code that somebody can scan with their phone. All the phones do that now. That is actually a pretty neat feature. Technology is kind of neat sometimes. Just point their phone at it and they're there, and they don't have to type in anything or whatnot. So you could do that. Share that, however. Maybe you don't go to public restrooms much. We understand. I prefer to go at home. At least for the important stuff. But who knows? You might find yourself there, or ladies have to go. Poor ladies. They can't. They've got you know, guys got it so good. They just kind of
We
got to
really
stand
do.
there.
Just think of camping. All we do
Yeah,
is whip it out to take a pee. But
yeah,
yeah, women they have to crouch.
yeah, yeah.
And then
Well,
they're
yeah. So maybe ladies could be the champion there
yeah.
because they always got to go to a stall, and they could have the little QR code thing handy.
There you have it. We're counting
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
ladies. That's right.
yeah. Put it up there, and put a little some explanation there. Maybe even one of the program thumbnail picture posters. A lot of beautiful artwork and photography there in itself. Someday you need to publish an artist gallery. Have you done that anywhere?
No, of course not.
Oh,
I've explained
why
reasons
not?
for it. Well, we'll get into that soon
Oh,
enough again.
you know what? That could be more popular than freaking programmer. And then it's like, oh my God, it's a wildly successful artist. They'll be like, now I have millions of followers. By the way, check out my live stream.
I know I'll go into that again sometime.
All
It's
right. All right.
yeah, there's a series, or it's a very layered and complex answer to that
All
question.
right. Well,
Yeah.
great. We love those. We love those because it fills airtime.
Of course, I'm not quite sure if I'm in the intellectual space.
No,
for
not
that.
it doesn't have to be today. It doesn't
Yeah.
have to be today.
Yeah.
But you could. Douglas is a very good artist and also has
Thank you.
very good photographers on staff. Let's put it that way.
That's right. Which, by the way,
Mhm.
just so people know, tonight's photographic image of myself in thumbnail of live stream has Ed Beth's head in it. So Ed Beth did not take that photograph, just so you know. Ed Beth's head
Yeah, where
is the
in-
back of his head. Back of his head is facing me.
Oh, okay. I'm like, trying to look for the face. Okay.
Oh,
All right.
and
Right.
but such being said, yeah, we'll get into it again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I spent I think it was yesterday. Well, yesterday was Tuesday, right? Yeah, I spent yesterday with
Yeah.
T Take Barry, who's in our chat room. So I spent yesterday with him, taking care of some stuff. And it's one of the reasons I'm so exhausted. It was just the climax to something that's been building up for a long time. So yeah, we got some things done.
You were together and you had a climax?
No. God. Yeah, that's yeah. This is where transcripts will probably screw everything up. When that the auto dubbing or the auto whatever it is, auto transcript that they but yeah. You might as well at least Aristides forces us to clarify that, because it probably would have come out that way in the the auto dub transcript or whatever. So yeah, good to clarify that. And
yeah, of course. I always joke.
understood.
It's just the low quality, low bar. Sex jokes always big hits.
Yeah.
Quick laugh. I know.
Yes.
Douglas is not homosexual.
That's a horrible term. Don't use that term. That's like oh my God, that's considered like
it's like a medical term.
Yeah, old clinical medical diagnosis. Back when they considered homosexuality to be a pathology.
But just to clarify, I would never expect Douglas to be with another man and have a climactic event.
Not voluntarily.
Yeah. Right. Where were we? I was probably thinking of all this too, because I have been downloading the episodes and looking at so many of these beautiful pieces of art and
thank you.
photography. Yeah.
Bless
So
you.
that is your impetus, if you would like, once you're caught up on the recent live streams, to go to his channel and check out some previous ones.
Yes.
If you have no other guide to what to just scroll until you see a picture you like and hit it, and there'll be something amazing in there. It's like a lottery, but you win something on every play.
That's right.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's
Yeah.
beautiful. That is beautiful.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Just so poetic tonight. But yeah. So we're like, share, subscribe, like, what other miscellaneous things and to make sure you're subscribed, or that you haven't been unsubscribed. I would hope it would show you the subscribe button again. If they're gonna like just bump you unsubscribe, I would hope they at least do you the service of showing you the button to sign up again. But if you want to check for sure and you want to check out these back episodes, go to the channel. Don't just click there right now, straight click, because you'll leave the this program. But if you are okay opening another tab or window, or just going there later, it's everybody's channel name is in blue down the lower left. That's how YouTube is. And here it's versus Douglas Dietrich. You would go there and open that, and to get to his channel page there, and you would go see live is the live streams, and there are other not live streams, but other supplementary content there under videos. If you go there, you scroll back a ways, you get some of the let's say foundational basics of the Dietrich Chronoverse.
Yeah, Dietrich Chronoverse. Yes, love it.
Dietrich
Yes.
Chronoverse.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which includes chrono is the term for time to all of our listeners not familiar with that term. So it's time and space, inclusive of time and space.
Yeah,
Space.
It's like Asimov Foundations, except it's not dry and
Yes.
Whatever the criticism. I used to read Asimov, but
oh God, Asimov. Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Well, as a kid, if you're a kid,
understood.
you're like, ooh, rockets, and
right.
Like,
true.
And, you start.
True.
Yeah. As a kid.
Yeah. Yes.
Which was fine. For a kid, that's hey, that's great. And maybe some adults, but so yep, there's so much there. There's oh my God, how many hours total of one can only estimate so many interesting things there, and shorter episodes there under the videos there. If you don't have hours, you want to just get a quick some quick little kind of refresher lesson or history lesson there. Scroll all the way back. We've named some of them before. Just go down to the bottom and start there. Just hit them all.
Yes.
And and then go back to live streams, and then work backwards from there. So you go from the beginning, and then from the end, and you'll meet yourself somewhere in the middle. Because time. What do they say? Time space is a curve. It curves back on itself. That's right.
Yeah.
Keep going in any one direction. Keep going in any one direction. You'll arrive back where you start. Or so they say. That's probably bullshit.
Yeah.
You probably just you'd be like you'd be dead a billion miles away. Is what you're gonna
of
do,
course.
but they tell you that. Anyway, but it's kind of like that. Like, subscribe, share. What other miscellaneous? Leave comments after the live. Participate in the chat under your account. Their thing up in the corner. I told you where to switch. You go to switch accounts. Just a switch account. Also, make sure restricted mode is off. That's basically your child safe mode, and you don't want that. And if an episodes can be automatically screened by YouTube and labeled as what do I call it? Adult content or age restricted. That's right. And then you wouldn't be able to see them. So I don't know why that would be on. You can turn it off. Maybe your parent turned it on. But why don't you just click that off? Because now you know where it is.
Yes.
And we assume that you grew up anyway, because they probably did that a few years ago, and right.
Well, even if you're a child, just break through it. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Right,
I'm kidding. We're kidding. We're not encouraging that.
I mean, kid, the stuff that they see on the internet, none of them have the patience to sit here and get traumatized.
It's true.
I gotta sit and listen to grown-ups talk.
What? Dude, yeah, they couldn't.
Oh.
Yeah, they couldn't.
No, it's not Yeah, it's not like a 30-second
Yeah.
TikTok reel. Well, that's even long for TikTok, probably.
Yeah,
It's
true. It's
yeah.
literally 6 seconds. It's
Yeah.
down to 6 seconds at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I wonder. I wonder.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Our society's going to collapse. It's these.
But yeah, no. What is the ideal TikTok length? Let's see, 11 to 18 seconds. Wait,
Jesus.
high completion. Oh, well, then completion meaning that you watch the whole thing, because a lot of times people will just cut out, of without finishing. So 11 to 18 if you want them to finish it. 21 to 34, general. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Here you got what hours.
Yeah.
And there's no moving video either. So
yeah, that's right.
I think we're safe.
Yeah. There's no kids watching this shit.
Yeah. Inherently child safe. So yeah. Still YouTube can label the content just due to AI listening to the words and such. So turn off the age restricted. What else do we usually say? Oh, well, of course, the money, the like, subscribe, share, and contribute. So get to that. The by far easiest, most direct way is PayPal, and we're going to put that in the chat there. His PayPal account, which is Douglas D. Dietrich, all one word. So you never need the link. Really, it's you just need to remember Douglas D. Dietrich, and you can go to PayPal, search, find that there. But we will put the link there for convenience. And that is his personal PayPal account. And please, if there is any option, put it's just a gift for friends and family. You're not paying for anything. You're not actually subscribing to this. You're just sending him money. Like, so.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, we might say our subscriber, but it's not. No, you're just giving a gift. But we want you to subscribe to the channel.
That too, yes. And in which case your subscription is you're gifting yourself.
Yes. 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 And so you'd want to go to that PayPal if you can do that, and you would like to contribute. If you don't have PayPal and don't want to make one, or don't have any money there, but you have money on a card, in any case, if you want to use a card and not be logged in or have any account, just have a card that you can use. It's just as easy. You can go to his website, which is DOUGLAS-DUANE.com. That is on his channel page if you ever forget, but how could you forget that? And you want to go there, and there you will see, hold on, just one, gotta click something else here.
Yes.
You will see a button upper left or right. I'm so mixed up.
These direction things. Yeah.
Yeah, the other right. I always must think of something else at the same time. The upper right corner says donate there, yellow button, and click that. Ignore the one in the middle, it won't work anyway. Click that yellow button, and you get to a screen. It says donate to Dietrich Productions Incorporated. This is his production account, so you take a little bit of fees, tax, so to speak, out of it. So add a little bit for that to account for that. But it does give you the option to donate with debit or credit card. So you would click that, and all you have to do is have the card. Yeah, it's not many excuses. So if you don't have money in PayPal and you don't have a card, I don't even know how you're functioning in the world.
Seriously.
Maybe with cash. We'll get to that. Hold on. Sorry, I have to type something real quick.
Mhm.
So PayPal preferred. You can use Venmo there. They have a button for that. You can go in your Venmo and search actually for PayPal's Douglas D. Dietrich. So you can even use Venmo. Excuses are dwindling. The third one, don't even PayPal, to be like being signed in. But if you can sign in and have money there, just use the Douglas D. Dietrich. Okay. No big deal if it ends up, pile of money ends up in that one either. I'll live with it. So yes, these are the two. In any case, if you are on PayPal, you have an option to click the make it a monthly donation or auto payment. Please do consider that. Even if like, I don't have much, I never have much money at any one time. That's okay. You can put in a small amount and click that. And then that small amount you can just give forever. Or, as long as this goes on. So on PayPal, I mean, that would keep going. This doesn't have to be, that would just, keep, as long as PayPal keeps going and you keep having money. So
Yes.
everybody has regular bills and stuff that they don't even think about. So probably half of them, those you don't need. So why don't you cancel some of those? Cancel that. I don't know. What do people have that they could cancel? Cancel your cable television and
yes.
And send Douglas money. How about that? I think that'd be a good move.
Yeah, sounds good to me. Yeah, that TV will rot your mind. They have proved
Yeah.
that. Yeah, that's
Yeah. Well, hell yeah. Who even? I don't know. Some people still do. So many people have gotten away from that, or they use a not cable, but they have like it's similar. They have like the little stick thing that you plug into your digital TV, and you're still subscribing to that. Yeah. So complicated now. I don't do any of it.
What do you watch? That's
well, there's so much content you can just
true. It's true.
If you have any ability to navigate YouTube,
it's true.
It's
true.
Yeah.
I mean, really, honest to God, when I'm at home, I mean, yeah, it's pretty much it's pretty much the source. Honestly.
Yeah. You don't have cable TV, huh?
Yeah. No, God, no. No, we did when my parents were alive, and and then of course once they died, there was no point in maintaining it. It was my relationship with television ended with the death of my parents. There was no need for me to have it in my life. The internet definitely replaced television for me at that point.
Yeah.
And I suppose if someday I were ever to become a family man or married or something, television would re-enter my life. But that's yeah. But until
not in the same way, you just it wouldn't be the same. No, it wouldn't be the same. People like it because you don't have to think about it. You can just, it kind of does a little more to deliver it to you. You don't have to go looking quite as much. But these days, if you everything has got an auto-generated feed, so I think maybe people go because there are certain programs that they end up liking that are only on these channels, actual TV channels, like I don't know how many there are, CBS, NBC.
Definitely. No, that's true. Yeah. That's you got it down. But
you can even, I think you can even just like you get them. I think you can probably bypass all that. You can probably just like go to their I don't know, website or something and subscribe, just to get the content directly from.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. But that's for people who know how to do that sort of thing. More and more people.
Right. Yeah.
More and more people.
It's for boomers, basically. That's what it is.
Yeah.
No offense if you are a boomer. You obviously are well ahead of your peers, but
well, I've got plenty against all generations. By the way, I just did something incredibly stupid, and I knocked out somehow the visual connection with the Microsoft Teams. I have the call with you, but I don't know what to do about this. I guess I just don't need it. I just want to warn people. Hey, T Tank Berry, send me a private message and then I'll click on it, and that should bring the Teams display back for
Uh,
me. So,
oh,
or you
you
send me
kind
a
of you
private message. Yeah, send me a private message.
you
Yeah,
you
just say
closed it
test.
out by accident.
Yeah, by accident. Yeah, just
Okay.
say
Well,
because
I'm sure you get it. It's
I was
yeah, it's
enlarging one of T Tank's pictures, and then when I shut that, it shut the whole thing. Yeah, but I
oh,
still got the call visual. The call is visual, but
yes.
not the whole Microsoft Teams display. So
Okay.
send me a private message, and then I'll hit the notification, and that should bring it back up. So do
We're
that. Just
yep. All
there
right.
we are. Thank you. Okay,
Yes,
there we are.
we're
That brought
still
it back
here.
up. That brought it back up. There we are. Thank you. See, there's solutions to every problem.
Yeah, there truly are, if you believe enough. So I think we roundabout covered most things, but I
Yes.
think you didn't,
Nothing
mind
text tonight.
because you're
Yeah.
basically just trying to kill time until you try to bring
Pretty much.
Brooke on.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
we can kill time by answering some earnest questions from Douglas Marks. Douglas Marks says, "I have a question for you. Do you believe in karma? I just found out about the 12 laws of karma on Google. I would say in a cosmic sense, yes. In a more, how would I say it? Immediate sense, like a personal sense, I I guess no. It's, there is obviously action and reaction. So we can call it the physics of social interaction. Karma is obviously generally perceived, generally presented, generally dealt with as and appreciated as a social thing. Now, obviously, if you get to the point where you're okay, Joseph Arajo says, check PayPal, Douglas. I'll get back to karma. And thank you, Joseph, for bringing that to my attention. And let's take a look at the PayPal. And I'll refresh the page, reset it. Oh, here it goes. Joseph Arajo sent you 25 United States dollars. By the way, thank you so much for that, Joseph Arajo. And oh, so here's the Microsoft Teams connection. Here we are. Douglas Dietrich 1. Dietrich 1. Send me a contact request and let's see if I get a notification. So Douglas Dietrich 1, Joseph Arajo, is the that's anybody who wants to join the Microsoft Teams. Use the Douglas Dietrich 1, send a contact request while I'm live, and that should give me a notification. Then we can, if I get the notification, then I'll, click on it, and then we'll try and make it work. That being said, when it comes to karma, I do feel that obviously if one is putting out negativity and hostile actions, well, you get kind of a feedback loop effect to a degree. But then again, we don't really see that. We see people who are literally murderous, rapacious, and just plain evil and fiendish, and they just thrive. It's like I'm not quite sure that any of that is really relevant or valid or yeah. What about yourself, Aristides? So taking into account what I've just said, your own opinion on this, your own feeling about this.
I'm sorry, I was typing something separately, so
Oh, no worries. No worries.
I missed part of that. What was it again? And real
Oh,
quick.
it was just a question of karma.
Oh,
It was just,
oh,
do you believe in karma? You know.
ah, I, me,
Yeah.
I, I don't think it should be the reason you are, abstaining from bad behavior right now. You know, like some fear of karmic punishment. You should just do that to not be an asshole. It
That's a
might
good
be
point. Yeah, I like
it,
that.
it
Yeah.
it might be now if you feel you're suffering now, you could look to it as a reason why.
Mm.
Maybe something from past life or
Let's just put
but
it this way. For in my case, I'll be happy to take over from here. Unless you, of
yes.
course, you want to continue. But I do want.
I didn't have
Yeah. Yeah.
too much. Or okay. If you want to send, if you need or want to send a check or package and hidden cash, you can. You would want to email Douglas first. Let him know that you want to do that. I'll put his email in, and then usually we have a look at the title there of the show, always filled up there in the title bar, and check for any footnotes, which I don't see this time. And if this is fairly short description. Sometimes it's quite long, but always do check that out and expand the show description and any all the items there. So
Beautiful.
that's good enough.
So let me continue with the subject. I appreciate that profoundly,
Mhm.
Aristides. So, yeah, I'm just finishing up my typing for our man Douglas Marks. So, I have more to say on the subject. I have a really bad taste in my mouth about karma that was left by dealing with all of the Presidio cultists. And the thing that must be understood about the uh, the boundless evil of the Presidio military-based culture was its connection with the end of the draft and the need to start attracting people into the military using recruiting methodology that involved all kinds of consultation that the military contracted. They contracted all kinds of consultation with how to bring people into the military via the various cults. These included martial arts cults, psycho cults, meaning psychoactive cults in the sense of not just psychoactive drugs, but a kind of aggressive quote unquote therapy. So, what I ran into, yeah, and thank you for thumbs up to Joseph Arajo. Okay, so he's trying to, I guess download the app or something. And take your time. There's no rush. Joseph Arajo says, "Give me a minute." Yeah, there's no particular rush. It's uh, when it came to the worst of the elements of the consultative groups, the absolute worst from my experience, uh, aside from some ways beyond the Temple of Set and various other satanic organizations, was the purely diabolical Esalen. Esalen is spelled Esalen. And Esalen, California, was where they took karma and used it to rationalize child rape and murder. So the idea was that taking a literal interpretation of karma in the Vedic sense, and obviously, if Brendan Zogit came on, he would qualify this by pointing out that that's not how you should interpret it, because obviously he perceives the Vedic realm or the Vedic traditions to be virtuous. So he would not interpret it the way Esalen did. He would say that Esalen perverted it. But it was open to perversion, well, by its very nature, in a real sense. In other words, the concept of karma, as I understand it. So, Joseph Araujo says, "Hey Douglas, your name isn't popping up on Teams, by the way." Okay, I don't know what to do about that. Jesus Christ. We'll try and make it work. Oh, send me an email and I can send you that link from our man, Aristides. Aristides has this link that I could send to Joseph Araujo if he sends me an email. So here's my email, and all you have to do is send me an email, and I'll try and respond to it with a link that could be used. Let me write that down.
You have the link handy?
I should, but you might as well send it to me again if you find it. Yeah. gmail.com. So when it came to the Esalen, basically what they said was that karma, which is you've done something in a past life. This is the actual. Thank you for that, Aristides. Yeah. So when it comes to karma, the concept is you've done something in a past life. You've done something throughout all your past lives. And as a result, you've got all this karma that you've built up. And it impacts you in this life. Now, obviously, you're not really misinterpreting it if you then think that, well, kid gets hit by a truck. That's karma. If you're interpreting it that way, you're assuming he was born guilty. That it's kind of like the sense of original sin, except it's worse. Because it's so here we are. Now I'm going to send him the link, and this is something that no, what happens when he gets this link? Do you know this link connects him not to our call? What does this link do? He joins our conversation.
That gets him in the infinite call.
Oh, it gets him in the infinite call. Okay, so.
But then they'd have to go up in the corner and click the call thing.
Okay. Yeah. Now understand this, Mr. Araujo. I cannot join your chat. You have to join mine. If I join yours, it cuts off this call. So obviously I can't do that. So I just replied to your email and sent you the link by which theoretically you should be able to join this call. And we'll see if that happens. In about another, remember, 10:15 your time, Aristides, try to bring Brooke on. So right now, concerning the horror of karma, think of the Christian concept of the original sin. There's a general Christian interpretation of sin that due to the fall of Adam, that we are born in sin, that we are delivered into this world in sin, and but we can be redeemed only through Christ. Generally, that's the Christian concept. Karma is like what happens to you in this life is generally interpreted as you've done something in a past life in order for this to happen to you. In other words, in India, they feel that people are born into a caste because of karma. You were bad in a past life, you're coming back as this, untouchable. The caste without a caste. The classless or casteless people of India. Most people in India have traditionally believed, they earned their place there through their karma. So before Joseph Araujo speaks, because he has joined the conversation, I guess we should test his audio. So say hi, Joseph. It says you joined the conversation. Let's see if he's able to come off mute. And so Joseph Araujo has joined the conversation. User joined. Feel free.
Join.
Yeah,
You'd have to. Yeah, but just because you're an infinite call, you're not on the call. This is the you have to join.
Oh.
Yeah.
So,
up in the corner, up in the right, upper right.
You
want to
what?
You don't want to start. You want to whatever. Hit the little phone thing. I think that the thing that looks or not video, but you might have to click the little down arrow. It's
yeah.
In the upper right, next to the like where you see the people participants, right next to that.
All right. Let's just take a look together, and this is something. Can't you do this? Or
No, I don't think you can add them to the call. Can you?
Well, let's take a look. Okay. So when
wait, maybe.
let's do a screen share.
Wait,
okay.
No, well, wait, hold on.
Okay, I'm gonna screen share.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I don't. Like I said, I'm not here tonight, people. I'm here, but I'm not here, and I'm just marking time. Matter of fact, I might even take a short break in a second, come back. I mean, seriously, it's that spaced out. There was so much activity over the past several weeks. Joseph Araujo is typing, hello. Okay, good. Welcome aboard. Joseph Araujo, if you're typing, you can talk, right? He's on the call, right? And
he's in the chat.
Yeah, he's in the chat. Well, where's the goddamn screen share? Not that I'm in the mood to really care, but oh, I'm sharing. So screen share. Can you see what I'm showing you?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's take you to where we can see this guy.
Yeah.
So here's what you were talking about was this.
Yeah, but we're already in. I don't know what exactly it looks like when you're
not
in.
People.
Yeah.
Then you add people.
Yeah.
So then you add in Joseph Araujo. Joseph.
Oh, wait. Yeah.
Araujo.
All right. Wait a second. Oh. Okay. No, but I think that's adding him. No, he's got to just click where it says, if it says meet now or where the camera thing is, and then just click the little down thing and just the phone. Find the little phone.
You mean him?
Yeah. He does. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He's got to go click that until you see the little phone thing, the little audio.
Join call. That's it. So Joseph, you need to join the call. Yeah, there you go. So, I mean, you're in text.
Yeah.
So you should be able to join the call by clicking the little phone thing and joining the call.
Yeah.
It's on you. Yeah, it's on you, Joseph. Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. I don't know.
Yeah. I can't click you because there's multiple Joseph Araujos. So I don't know which one I would be bringing on.
Maybe there's a way to call just him, when you call everybody in the beginning.
He'll work it out.
Yeah, but I don't know if we want to,
Yeah.
Hello?
There.
That was scary.
There we go. No, he's here.
Yeah, that was scary. Yeah, so, okay.
Hey, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I did not mean to make you very anxious. It was not my intention.
Yeah. Well, welcome aboard. And so just to finish my thoughts here on karma, the horror that I experienced at the Presidio was witnessing people who killed and raped children, and the rationalization was, well, they karmically deserved it. That, by the way, as far as I can see, is not, while it's a proactive use of the term of karma, a Asian Indian steeped in Vedic indoctrination would almost, I would think, perceive it that way. That's the horror of the concept of karma. Well, if it happens to you, you must deserve it. It's kind of like the Asian Indian attitude towards really abusive police forces. Well, if the police arrested them, they must be guilty. It's just a if you take karma to its logical conclusion that, well, it can't happen to you unless you deserve it, there's almost this interpretation that if 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 you're truly a virtuous person and undeserving of suffering, then you won't suffer. But if you're struck by suffering, well, you must have had it coming. You can rationalize anything with that. You can rationalize at that point taking people apart for your gratuitous, sadistic pleasure and saying, well, all I'm doing is the Lord's work because they all had it karmically coming, or God wouldn't let me do this. That's why karma is a really bad taste in my mouth, and I don't tend to touch it or deal with it or entertain it intellectually. I hope that puts that in perspective, because all of Esalen is deep into karma, and it's all about you can do anything you want because whoever you do it to has it coming. That's the Esalen indoctrination. You are empowered to rape, to kill, to steal, to do anything you want because whomever you're doing it to deserves it, has it coming, and if they don't, you won't be able to hurt them. You wouldn't be able to succeed in your designs on them if they don't have it coming to them. That's so you're then emboldened and empowered to do anything you want, and if you fail, that simply means, oh, well, their karma was good, but most of the people I succeed in killing, raping, or abusing or exploiting, they are they have it coming anyway. So that being said, we turn to Joseph Araujo. So, good sir, welcome aboard. That's a hell of a way to be introduced into a conversation. But you're invited to your own opinion on karma, your own experience, or you want to move on to something else. I'd be just as happy.
Well, yeah, let me introduce myself. I'm Joseph. I'm a 24-year-old out of Texas. I've lived here my whole life in San Antonio, Texas. So, yeah. Anyway, I have my own experience on karma. Yeah, I really do. I really do have a. So I think I just binge watched like almost, I would say, a total collective of at least 24 hours of all your content.
Bless you. Thank you for that.
Like on the way to work and just doing normal stuff, just like for a couple days. Honestly, probably a couple weeks now, but I like the term when you say karma. I like when you brought up how God didn't make a termite hill. I think you said or a termite experience. Yeah, termitary. Yes. He made man to evolve into something much more. So I think when you rationalize, like how you say karma, that doesn't allow us to evolve that way that God wanted us to. Yeah. So I think that's what I think when it comes to karma. So yeah. But
well, that's beautiful. Sure. And so what about in terms of your introduction? Certainly that was it's pleasant to learn that you're in Texas. San Antonio is fairly liberal by my understanding. Not that that's important. I'm simply working on just stereotypes of my own from the few times I was in Texas were very brief. But Texas obviously is enormous, and but it's basically its own nation when it comes to a culture. And as you said, you've been there for the majority of your life. Have you ever traveled outside of the state?
Yeah, actually, in 2025 of March, I went to Japan for 2 weeks.
That's wonderful.
So whenever I've been watching content, you talked a lot about Japan, and it really resonated with me because in 2025 of March, I had no idea who you were. Like, I did not know anything about Japan winning the United States War, and I had my doubts, and I knew propaganda was really real. I knew it was. I just didn't know the extent to that propaganda. And then when I started listening to your content, I realized, like, wow, they go to hell's end to get propaganda out there, right? The U.S. government.
Yes.
It's really insane, man. I'm just like, what? This is insane. But yeah,
Thank
I don't
you.
know.
I really appreciate that. So, now, so how did you didn't learn of me in Japan, of course.
No. Okay. Well, anyways, yeah. Let me finish my experience with Japan. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I went for 2 weeks only. I wish I could have stayed longer,
Yeah.
but I ended up like bumping into a culture that was just the polar opposite of America,
Yeah.
and it was just like kind of breathtaking in a way. I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm a real emotional person, so I was just amazed on their culture. You know, the Tory gates and all that.
Yes, thank you. Yeah.
That was very intense. I walked through like thousands of them at this tourist site,
Yeah.
and the energy was like something I've never felt before. So
Yeah. Yes.
I really do like the culture, and I hate the fact that I'm an American though sometimes, because like a part of me does not want to stay in America. I just want to go live in Japan and get a house there. And I also had questions to bring up. I know I saw this buzzing around on the media with Donald Trump and trying to bail out the Japanese currency. Do you have an opinion about that? Because I don't believe in it one bit. Maybe it was just like social media talk or something, maybe fake, but I don't know if you saw it. So I just wanted to ask that question too.
Well, I've heard some vague things about the yen, and I really think that certainly, if it were something that I felt resonated with, it needed my attention, I would have pursued it. But none of it struck me as anything that stood out. For one thing, we know that if we look it up right now, it'll give us a hint about. Let's take a look at this. Trump bails out yen. Let's see what it brings up, and that will at least give me a kind of impression. But as you were saying, while I'm doing this, we can multitask. First thing we'll do is remind Aristides. So Aristides, please keep an eye on the clock. It'll be a few minutes from now. We'll try and bring Brooke on, okay? Aristides? Thank you, if he's there. And let's see if he's there. He should be there. That's
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. So don't forget at 7:15. Let's try and bring Brooke on. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. So in August of 2026, this month, the U.S. and Japan launched a rare joint currency intervention. There we are. They purchased Japanese yen and sold United States dollars to rescue the yen from a 40-year low past 163 per dollar. Now, President Donald Trump stated the move showed friendship. Did Aristides say something? If not, don't worry about it. Thought I heard somebody in the background. Then again, of course, there might be some background noise from Joseph's side. So Joseph, just out of curiosity, are you calling from home right now? Are you in your own home, your apartment, something like that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm at my
great.
parents' house.
Oh,
Yeah,
wonderful.
I'm in the
Okay.
backyard. I'm in the backyard right now, chilling on the. We got a porch here, chilling on the porch. Nice little breeze.
Yes,
Nice
that's
night. Texas summers are really fun. I like them because it's not too cold, but it's just like the perfect temperature, almost like California.
okay.
So
That's
yeah.
wonderful, and I'm glad you have that opportunity to enjoy that. And so President Trump stated the move showed friendship, while the dollar quickly dropped below 156 yen. Okay, so apparently there was an intervention. There's some market impact, and all I can say is that um, okay, that's nice. Now, you take a look at things that come up here. YouTube, the Young Turks. Trump bails out Japan to avert financial disaster. It's like, really? Why the U.S. propped up Japan's struggling yen. This is the Christian Science Monitor, which very strangely has a data breach warning on it. Yeah, and then the New York Times. U.S. and Japan coordinated to help stabilize the yen. Now that makes much more sense. I would say that presents it in a much more cooperative effort. So let's put it this way. I'll have to look more into this, but so far this doesn't strike me as anything that is really that big a deal.
Well-
it's yeah, but continue your own impression. If you want to continue on that topic,
Right.
I think I'm more
Doug,
interested.
remember
Yeah.
remember there is the what do they call it, the yen carry trade, or where like basically world finance like hinged on the ultra low interest rates. It was like the cheapest way to borrow money with Japanese bonds. So maybe it's
Yes.
not so much the yen
Yeah.
as that is, if they, because if that kind of gets off kilter, then it was almost like it was a thing. It was a very, we talked about it before. It's like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, we did. Yeah,
their
we
bond,
did.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it might be more about their bond market than just,
Yeah.
than anything.
No, I hear you. It's not that these
Yeah.
things are unimportant. It's simply that this strikes me as something that, as I said, I forewarned everyone tonight, I'm not in an intellectually very active space tonight. It's not something that really piques my interest right now. It is something that I
Okay.
acknowledge.
Well, on
Yeah.
another note, I have
Yeah.
another question. Since
Of course.
I mentioned earlier how I binge watched your content,
Yes. Yeah, and I
Um,
appreciate
I had a
that.
question. I have a question about the experiments, the half human, half apes.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Um,
Humansies.
yeah, humansies.
Yeah, also known as
What-
chewmansies, but who wants to quibble, right? But go on.
When you were in the Defense Department research,
Yeah.
did you see any files with anything to do with that, or was that something they weren't really messing with too much? I know I kind of vaguely remember the stream that you mentioned that on,
Yes.
but yeah, something you mentioned, right?
Well, I appreciate your asking about that. I'm happy to go into it. Just to clarify for our listeners, the term humansie would imply that the genes have landed more on the human side. The term chimpanzee would imply the genes have landed more on the chimp side. But they're basically hybrid in either case. The chimerical troglodytes that Mr. Araujo is referring to were developed in the Soviet Union. And yes, I saw extensive documentation on this when I worked with the Department of Defense and could go deep into it and will be happy to do so. It's one of these things that I certainly appreciate your, shall we say, just forcing me to recollect a lot of topics that I have not covered in years. And that's a good thing. So I'm happy to go more deeply into them. When you ask about these chimerical hybrids of the lower primates and human beings, I'm sure you remember that this was overwhelmingly Soviet oriented, but also Bobby Yerkes, or Robert Yerkes, Yerkes, was the American scientist who was breeding these creatures for use in American industry. Now, this is one of the things that, by the way, we have a photograph in the Infinite Call that Mr. Araujo can access since he is on the call of the primate that was known to be a hybridized human and chimpanzee product. And he was definitely referred to as chewmancy, meaning the genes landed more on the chimp side. Now, when it comes to the thing here to understand, Mr. Araujo, the thing to understand about the Third Reich is that the Third Reich of my biological father, Adolf Hitler, is, how would we say it, when it's vilified. And one of the ways that it's vilified is by quote unquote racism. And they would say that the Nazis were elites. They were trying to breed a master race. They present this as some sort of negative, which I cannot understand why it's perceived as such. But this is one of the key reasons for the irreconcilable differences between the Third Reich and both the communists and the capitalists. Understand that National Socialism, fascism, but particularly National Socialism, always understand that all Nazis are fascists, but not all fascists are Nazis. Fascism is an ideology that is predominantly economic. National Socialism adds in a biological context, which is where this thrill of revulsion comes in for your average Westerner or your average Slavic individual in Russia. They're raised with this indoctrination to automatically revolt, repel, respond with inimical hostility to the Third Reich, the Nazis, Adolf Hitler's sense of biological imperative. Yet, what they hide from you, the general public, is that if the Nazis had not intervened, you would have been replaced a long time ago, not by AI, but by these chimerical hybrids. In the Greater Soviet Union, the entire intent, had it not been interrupted by the war, was to downbreed the population, whom Joseph Stalin did not even identify with. By the way, Heather Manak-Tala says, oh, by the way, did you try contacting Brooke, Aristides? Let me
No,
just,
because I'm just doing something for a minute. I'm about to contact her how?
I don't, just press the button to add her to the call, right?
Right. Okay. Yeah. Just a minute.
Yeah, yeah, thank you.
Hey, can I say something, Douglas?
But of course, please continue.
Hey,
Yeah.
have you seen the movies, the Planet of the Apes? Those are insane. Like, it's kind of creepy. I don't know. Have you seen those?
Well, the originals. I haven't seen any of the new ones, except the one by Tim Burton, which was, just all. It had good points to it, but only in the visual sense. Its story was not the best. I wouldn't call it horrible, but wasn't the best. But then there were many sequels after that, and I was unable to keep up with any of them. I would like to see them. I understand some of them are actually quite good. Are those the ones you're referring to, the more recent reboots, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil it for you, but I'll give you a sense of how they do it, and you can compare, like, if it was actually historically accurate, maybe.
Well, here's what I can tell you before you even do that. The person who wrote The Planet of the Apes, and you probably have heard me say this, was Pierre Boulle. And Pierre Boulle was a French intelligence agent. He was basically a French spy. He was captured by the Japanese, and he spent his time in a Japanese prisoner of war camp, which is one of the reasons he wrote the book, The Bridge on the River Kwai. He also wrote the book The Planet of the Apes, which was based on his knowledge as a spy. Before spying on the Japanese and being captured by them, he spied on the Russians and was directly witness to their breeding programs concerning the chimerical hybrids. And that's why he wrote The Planet of the Apes as a forewarning of what the Russians had been intending to bring about in the Second World War. So everyone needs to put this into perspective, that Pierre Boulle is also the man who wrote The Garden of I believe it was The Garden of Kaneshima, or The Garden on the Moon is how it was published in the United States, speaking about the Japanese space program. Now, that being said, don't be afraid of spoilers. I never mind spoilers. If anyone minds spoilers out there, well, that's tough. You can spoil the movies for me all you want and tell me about what you feel was the most important aspect of the reboots of the Planet of the Apes, by all means.
Well, in the Planet of the Apes, the movie, they give him like a synthetic serum, kind of like a gas substance that they use to like infect the apes, and it can be injectable too. They have an injectable form and stuff. So, but anyways, like one of the apes, he gets super intelligence, and he frees the other apes. And James Franco, I don't know if you know who James Franco, but he was the main star on it, and so it was all right. I mean, I knew when she mentioned with the French spy, I knew that it was not historically accurate, but I just wanted to see, like, I don't know what movies you have seen that you can say are like the most historically accurate ones. I know that some people have mentioned the story of Michael Aquino and stuff like that. And honestly, I have a lot of questions about Max Spears too, and his acquaintance with Aquino. I noticed he posted one of his last interviews.
Yes.
I
Yes.
think so. So was he a
yeah.
friend of yours, or?
Yeah. Now, let's put this into perspective. I want to get into Max Spears easily, but just to finish my thought process with the Planet of the Apes, so that people understand the point I was trying to make about the Third Reich. Try and understand that at the time that the Third Reich was extant upon the surface world, they were confronted with the capitalists who had contracted Dr. Robert Yerkes, Yerkes. Again, for anybody who wants to look this guy up, you're not going to find much. And whatever you find on him, you're not going to find his connection to chimerical breeding of the ape-human hybrids. But that's what he was very deeply involved with in the United States, to produce an industrial labor force that would literally work for peanuts. When you take this into account, this was the capitalist version of what was going on in the Soviet Union, of breeding a ape-human hybrid population that would be the slave race of Joseph Stalin, who, it must never be forgotten, was born in Georgia. Joseph Stalin was not Russian. Joseph Stalin was Georgian. And Georgia is in the heart of the Caucasus Mountains, from where the very word Caucasian comes from. So in other words, Joseph Stalin viewed himself as a true Caucasian. He viewed himself as white. He viewed all the Russian people he ruled as nothing but subhuman scum, Oriental Slavs. He viewed them as an inferior subhuman species to be exploited and downbred even further with apes into a lower primatoid population base that would obey him unquestioningly, literally unthinkingly, because they would be incapable of higher thought. When you take a look at the Americans, their gravest problem was unions, unionization in the industrialized American economy. And when they were confronted with the rise of unionism, this was such a threat that there is a marvelous work which Aristides was able to find a PDF of for me that was called Useless Hands. And Useless Hands was written by an Italian who had to change his name in order for it to be published in the United States. Or rather, it was published under a pseudonym because they felt that people wouldn't relate to an Italian author. And which goes to show how racist America was. They viewed Italians as basically a colored people. And so when it came to his work, Useless Hands, it was about a industrial baron who literally expanded his estate to include an enormous part of Louisiana. And he had all of these people working on his estate on industrial manufacturing or textile mills, and his control of the economy was almost absolute. And then he automated. This is in the science fiction story Useless Hands. And he terminated everyone because he now was going full automation. And they all rebelled, and he slaughters them all. He uses advanced weapons and murders like 500,000 people who are all technically on his private property because he owns the estates on which they live only as attendant laborers. And therefore he is in his legal right to kill them all because they're basically on his private property and not leaving. And as a result, he's legally protected from any charge of murder, let alone mass murder. But the tragedy of the story is his daughter, it turns out, is among them. And then at that point, his life ends because with the loss of his daughter, who was going to inherit his estate and his fortune, he's like the last of his line, and he winds up living out his life in an empty tomb with fully automated factories running. And but because full automation on that scale was not technically possible, and is still not technically possible, because you can never get robots to do what janitors do or what most anything anybody does other than straight line assembly systems manufacturing. There's very little that robotics can be applied to for the foreseeable future that is truly autonomous. Battlefield work is one thing because it's really no big fucking deal to destroy. To do things that are maintenance level, however, like a robot janitor, they just can't make it happen. There's just too many nuances to what you need to do to work in a environment while maintaining safety. If safety is not an issue, you're on a battlefield and you just want the thing to kill, robots are easy. But not when you're maintaining a civilization. So for that reason, rather than automation, both the Soviet Union and the United States corporations pursued the downbreeding of human beings to replace them with the ultimate labor force that you would never need to pay other than literally in peanuts. And therefore, the interbreeding or the downbreeding with apes was the primary objective of the United States and the Soviet Union. Now, this is why the Nazis went to war. The Nazis went to war to prevent the overwhelming majority of humanity, which resided in the United States and the Greater Soviet Union, from being downbred with apes into a lesser subhuman state. And the rest of humanity is trained to hate them for this and call them elitist. And that's where the propaganda kicks in with the Planet of the Apes. When it comes to Pierre Boulle's message was one of a warning. And it was taken by Hollywood in the 70s to become a parallel or a parable of race relations. When it came to the nuances of that, the more sympathetic apes like Zola in the original 1970s Planet of the Apes, which when I grew up, I had no access to color television. I could never even appreciate this nuance. It was only as an adult watching a colorized version of the 1970s Planet of the Apes where the sympathetic scientist chimpanzee Dr. Zola, I noticed she's given blue eyes. And the message is that she's sympathetic because she's quote unquote evolving. This is not fan theory. It's pointed out in the film itself because she drinks hot chocolate. None of the other apes can tolerate chocolate. They think it's disgusting. She is somehow more human. In other words, her genes are more humanized by making her blue-eyed, which implies she's more white, and she likes hot chocolate, which shows that her taste buds are adaptive to something repulsive to the average ape. This is something that is actually emphasized in the film, so it's not fan theory. And the point to be made here is that the race relations stand out because the apes in Planet of the Apes, especially the revolt on the Planet of the Apes, where they're running havoc in San Francisco, and it's very pointed that it takes place in San Francisco, that is supposed to represent the black community. And Caesar, the leader of the apes, is basically the Black Power revolt personified. He's like a Black Power revolt leader. That was the 1970s. That was their intended message. This is not fan theory, and I'm not racializing it myself. They would tell you that. The new Planet of the Apes, the reboot, of course, the apes are presented as sympathetic, and you sympathize with them rather than the humans, especially in the reboot of the Battle for the Planet of the Apes, where they're rescuing the apes who are enslaved by the human beings. Now, this is not necessarily any reason to avoid the series, because the propaganda is not going to click for many people. They're not aware of the history of the Soviet Union and the United States trying to downbreed their population into apes. But understand this, the Planet of the Apes resonates and hits hard and remains relevant, and you feel its significance intuitively because of the history that's hidden from you, the critical omission. The critical omission being that had the Nazis not intervened, gone to war with the United States and the Soviet Union, and forced them to end their plans of hybridization, had the Third Reich never existed, the capitalists and the communists would have downbred their populations, and this would be a Planet of the Apes. That is the important thing to remember.
I bet you the species would still get taxed the same as us.
Well, they'd have to be paid first. So I understand your humor. Your humor is appreciated, but you can't tax what you don't pay, right? So that's
oh
like,
my goodness.
Yeah, that's
oh
like,
my
yeah,
gosh.
Remember, we're talking about a slave-based system. Think of the Deep South and the slave-based chattel economy. Obviously, the slaves could not be taxed because the slaves were, not getting paid. So you have an entirely different economy at that point. But this is where we're headed right now. But go on, before I get to Max Spears. Continue. What else were you going to say?
Oh, no. Oh, we could cover so many subjects. I have so many questions. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But, okay, well, to get into that, I've heard accounts of the, bringing up the Civil War and kind of like the Southern thing.
Mm-hmm.
I heard accounts that Abraham Lincoln was a swarthy individual. So isn't that technically considered a black man himself? Or is that kind of just a conspiracy and not true?
Abraham Lincoln looked like a refugee from the Planet of the Apes. Abraham Lincoln was someone who was distinctively repulsive. He looked barely human. He was a clinical manic depressant, or at least a clinical depressant. He's a psychological textbook case of a clinical depressant. I don't know if he had bursts of the mania, but probably so, because he was known to be obsessed with jokes. And so he was not a charismatic or a appealing individual. He was someone who his ethnic origins remain in question. So it's not necessarily conspiracy theory. But when it comes to his self-loathing, I would strongly suspect that he had black blood in him, because he was so determined to hate blacks. And it is on record that he stated he would ever take the side of the white man in any dispute or any contest between blacks and whites. Abraham Lincoln wanted it to be known that he was no friend of the black race. All of the propaganda ever since that shows him as somehow sympathetic on this personal level with blacks is insane. Just as the same kind of propaganda that shows Franklin Delano Roosevelt, which I've seen in films and cinema, where they show Franklin Roosevelt like talking to Jesse Owens, saying, "That's the kind of muscle we need to beat the Nazis," saying that to Jesse Owens while squeezing his arm. That's just, it is so offensive to see a lie like that just put on screen when he hated Jesse Owens. He wouldn't go anywhere near him. It was Adolf Hitler who hugged Jesse Owens and shook his hands. Franklin Delano Roosevelt refused to be anywhere near the man. This is the kind of insanity in terms of historical revisionism that Americans are raised with. But when it comes to Abraham Lincoln, the most important thing to remember was that if a Confederate state soldier had not blown his brains out, there would be no blacks in the United States today, because he had given the order to deport them, and that order was already being carried out. As I've pointed out in the past, when it comes to the nation state of Liberia, Liberia is right next to Sierra Leone. Both of these nation states in Africa are more artificial than the other nation states of Africa, which are all artificial. Africa's nation states are basically, the colonists showed up at the Council of Berlin, which the Germans had very little participation in. The fact that it took place in Berlin, the Germans were unable to exploit it to their advantage. Instead, the British, the French, the Portuguese, the Belgians, they divided up Africa like a pizza. And all of the modern nation states of Africa are a result of this pizza slicing. And all of their borders are completely irrational and only drawn for the convenience of the colonial powers. Africa's nations are completely dysfunctional. But more artificial than even that, to a degree, is Sierra Leone and Liberia. They were created as biological dumping sites, just landfills for biological waste as far as the British Empire and the American Empire were concerned. Sierra Leone is where the British dumped all of their black slaves that they freed. They said, "Oh, we're freeing all the slaves of the empire, dump them in Sierra Leone." They carved out this corner of Africa and just dumped them on the coast. The Americans did the same with Liberia. So in Sierra Leone, they speak the King's English, and in Liberia, they speak the President's English. And when it comes to these two nation states, well, Liberia was okay for a long time. It was a place that, because they consider themselves the 51st state of the United States, of course the United States would never recognize them. But if you take a look at Liberia, their flag is the American flag, all 13 stripes, all the bars, and only one single star. And that's their statement, is they are the 51st state of the United States. But the US says no. But for the longest period of time, their economy was run on things like collectibles, philately, like stamp collecting, where they would produce stamps that could not be produced in the United States, stamps of living presidents and celebrities. They also produced coins of living presidents and celebrities for numismatics. In other words, they served stamp collecting, coin collecting, produced these things with this kind of, little niche industry. And then at fairly recently, 1980s was around that time, the American government said, let's destroy them. And they sent a Black American United States Army staff sergeant to take over Liberia. And he dragged Liberia into literal cannibalism. By the time he was done, the Liberians were eating each other, literally. And they're only now starting to crawl out of that pit. And in Liberia, there is an island where they stuck all of these apes that they used to design or drug and conceive Ebola. All of these African tropical diseases that they unleash on Africa were first developed in apes that they have on an island in Liberia. And you can look this up. Island in Liberia where the diseased apes are, the plague apes. And that's where they breed all the diseases that they then unleash upon the African population to keep wiping them out. That's how America handles Liberia. And this is like a situation that was started by Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln said, deport all the blacks. And he said, deport any white woman who has slept with blacks. In other words, prostitutes that were extremely poor and would handle black customers. He was mass deporting the blacks during his presidency. And that's how Liberia was born as a nation state. And they're were for the longest time. Now, because the United States dollar was the dominant currency for a long period of time, you would think other countries might do this, but nobody did it legally. Liberia was the only nation on earth where the United States dollar was its official currency, other than the United States. Other nations would use it in currencies exchange where they might as well be using the United States dollar. They might use it on the black market, but only Liberia used it as its official state currency outside of the United States. It was the United States dollar nation. Again, another reason, for some reason, that the United States wanted to destroy it. But it was born out of Abraham Lincoln's mass deportations. So the first wave of freed slaves that hit Liberia became the plantation owners. The second wave became the house blacks. The third wave became the field hands. And they recreated the economy of the colonial South in Liberia. And that's the way it was for about 100 years. And I think it was that economy of the plantation chattel slavery of Liberia, a reflection of the Southern economy, but all black, that made the Americans want to destroy it. Because it was an example that the Confederacy as a culture had survived. But the fact that they were all black made it somehow offensive to the American elite. And they decided to infect them with the plague, created this island of apes on which they designed the disease Ebola, a designer disease, and unleashed it on Liberia and the rest of Africa. You'll notice that a lot of these diseases that hit, certain natural diseases that originate in Africa, will come out of Zaire or the Congo, out of the jungles. The more designer diseases that are incubated in plague apes usually hit out of Liberia. So when, by the way, we've got plenty of photographs of the transvestite cannibal warlords in Liberia in the text box here placed by T. Tank Berry. Thank you, T. Tank Berry, for that. So they're accessible to Joseph Araujo. He can see them as well. I take it we've attempted to bring Brooke Gibson on. I don't know if she's responsive, but we'll continue to answer questions with Mr. Araujo. Now, do you
Hey,
want me to
Douglas.
turn
Yeah,
towards
mentioning
Max
that.
Spears or something else? Yeah, I mean, go on. What were you going to say? Yeah.
No. I was actually gonna say I have to go for a
Oh,
quick sec. But
okay.
if you guys are still on in
Mhm.
about an hour, maybe 30 minutes to an hour,
Oh, well,
I'm just here.
certainly, if we're off by that time, join us again on Sunday night during the opening hours, and we'll be happy to have you. At this point now, you should receive a call whenever we start the calls, meaning that
Oh,
as soon
cool.
as the show starts, you will automatically be called. Then you can just jump on the call at your convenience. So if we
Nice.
don't, if we're not on by the time you come back, feel free to join us if we're still on. If we're not on by the time you come back, then try again on Sunday. You will be called. So just be on the lookout for it. At what would it be? You're
Okay.
2 hours ahead of us, right? Texas time, 8
Yeah,
p.m.
it's 9:45 right now for
Yeah,
me.
so 8 p.m. your time is when you'll get
Cool.
the call. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
Well, have a blessed
I
night.
definitely. Yeah, you too, man. And it was really nice meeting you.
Yeah.
You're the same exact person that I've noticed from the interviews.
Thank you.
But that's kind of crazy how the conversation went full circle, though, with us mentioning the experiments between humans and apes, and then the Planet of the Apes, and then Liberia and the Ebola and the apes.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. 15-minute run right there.
Well, thank you. Appreciate you bringing that up.
about that. You always got the heat, man. I just want to say, you always got the fire, bro. Your stuff is fuego.
Well, thank you. You're the best.
Yeah.
Appreciate
All
that.
right, man. Well, nice meeting you. I'll
Nice
talk to
meeting
you later.
Look forward to it. Bye for now.
All right,
right.
see you later, Aristides.
All right. That was Joseph Araujo, and hopefully Aristides is still with us. And yes, Aristides, I take it you also tried to you tried bringing Brooke on, right?
I can't.
Okay.
Right now,
I tried it.
I
for what it's
sent
worth.
her a message with the link.
Okay. Yeah. And I tried bringing her on. So yeah.
Hey y'all.
Oh, it's Holly.
I'm-
Well, welcome aboard.
I'm just sneaking in the middle for a minute.
Yeah. Yeah, well, glad to have you with us. And
Great so far.
Oh, thank you.
Fascinating as always.
Oh, I appreciate that. Yes, thank you so much. Well, you know the situation with me. I'm like I said, I'm dead meat in the water. I'm just
I don't know what caused it, but I accept it.
Oh, yeah, well, I can tell you what caused it. It was
it the estate? Should we blame the estate?
No.
Okay.
It's not negative. It's not negative.
No, I'm saying just all worn out.
Yeah. It's I was going to go over the calendar with everyone. So let's do that now that you're on with us. So let's do a screen share. And Aristides, are you there? Can you you join us for a second here? I'm just going
to.
Okay, great. Love that. That was cute. Yeah. Oh, that's adorable. Okay, gotta do a screen share. All right, so let's do the screen share. And this is the calendar. And just so everybody gets familiarized with my schedule. Okay, to let everyone know how just tuckered out I was tonight. Tomorrow is the 81st Memorial Day of the Hiroshima bombing. I did not integrate that into the title because I wasn't going to even address it tonight. When Holly talks about wearing out in a positive sense, that'll be this weekend. Taiwan Father's Day is this weekend, so my son will be hiring an escort for me. It will also be the weekend memorial date of the Nagasaki bombing, so I will integrate that along with Taiwan Father's Day into the title of our next episode. But basically what happened was this. Over the past few days, now it was let me see now, was it last month? There we are. So it was last month, it was Monday the 27th, that I had the cybersecurity intervention with Wolf Boy. The lycanthrope came over and I paid him the $300 that I owed him. And in return, I had to kind of like play psychological counselor to this guy. and
Uh-huh.
that was pretty wearisome. It was the day after that that my gang brother, Tong brother Daniel Wu, uh, brought me the balance for the surgery, and
Right on.
yeah, that was again. I had to play psychological counselor and listen to him bitch about his family. It's like 2 days in a row with that. There's reasons that psychiatrists get paid hundreds of dollars an hour, if not thousands. Now granted, that was a little while back from now, and I should have recovered from that. But then, of course, I had to do this entire like 10:30 a.m. in the morning. I had to get my night guard picked up. This is for my teeth. I have a
Yeah.
mouth guard. Yeah, now for my teeth that's custom made. Had to pick that up, run to the bank, and basically deposit the money, pay rent, and then yes, it was a very full weekend. Now, because I had this full weekend going on, it was the Yazidi genocide commemoration. That
Yes.
took a lot out of me. That really
Yes.
took a lot out of me. The Yazidi genocide commemoration. Meanwhile, I had to prepare to look good for the pre-op with the plastic surgeon because they have to
Right.
see how good you can look in order to know what they've got to work with.
Wow.
So I had to also,
That's scary.
yeah, I also had to purchase the $3,000 cashier's check to bring there personally. And
Mm-hmm.
because you can't trust the mail with that. Last time I mailed the first part of the payment to them, it didn't get there for over 2 weeks. It's like when
No.
Holly mails me a money order, it doesn't get here for over 2 weeks. It's the mail these days, unless you're paying for, the speed mail, it's gonna take two
Priority.
weeks.
Yeah.
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 Hmm. At any rate, so then that's where so yesterday, the 4th, I had to arrive at 10 a.m. at the salon where V worked on me. T-Tank Barry picked me up and
Right on.
then took me down to San Rafael to meet with my surgeon. And
San Rafael, you got to go all the way up there?
yeah,
That's a ride.
yeah.
Wow,
It's
jeez.
it's interesting. I don't know why. By that I mean it was because of the doctress Epstein, no relation to the criminal, I believe, but she is Russian Jewess, but she's the woman who worked on my sinuses. She did that
Yes.
surgery inside my head, directly behind the
Yeah.
eyes, right underneath the brain case.
Oh man,
That's how
so
much
much can go wrong
well,
with that.
but that's
Oh
it
shit.
almost did, but she saved my life. There was someone who tried to pull
Yeah.
something during the surgery, and she saved my life by chasing him out of the operating room.
Yeah, oh God.
But anyhow, she's a saint. But she
That's worth it. It's not that far. It's not Santa Rosa.
yeah,
I think that's what I was thinking of at first.
right. But she was the one who insisted that I work with the Asian Indian. I don't know what ethnicity she is. She might be Asian Indian. She might be Pakistani. She might be Bengali. I don't know. But Malika Atmakuri, I believe her name was. But Brendan would know because he's still sore at me about that. But
The one that speaks Urdu. Yeah.
yeah, no, she didn't. We don't know what she spoke because
I
I told
know.
her, "Oh, my man,
But
Brendan
you
here
did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I said, man, Brendan here speaks all 3 languages, and that's what pissed her off. Of course, it's like we're in America now.
Mm.
That's what she. Yeah, that's.
Ah, jeez.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but at any rate, she that was the one that our lady Epstein insisted that I see. That's how I wound up going down to Santa Rosa. It was after her I had to go down 2 more times. I went through a battery of 3 doctors before someone would take on my case. So
Ow.
it's interesting that was the Vietnamese
It's
doctor
terrifying.
who took on my
Yeah.
case. Well, it's you gotta ask why. It's not like it's a
Maybe they're
particular.
like lawyers. They'll only take the cases they know they can win.
It's well, I agree. Obviously, there's logic to what you say. That makes perfect sense. But I think it was something. I think the other two, one of them is Turkic descent, but that's a long time ago. This guy's fully Americanized. He's
Yeah.
also blonde and blue-eyed. You would think him to be like German descent or something, even though his name is Turkish. But
Caucasus or something.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's definitely Caucasian. But then a lot of Turks look like that because they took so many white slaves. The Ottoman Empire took so many white slaves that there's all kinds of Turks that can be mistaken for white.
And I'm trying to think how far that is from the Caucasus. Range.
No, it
Mountain
borders
range.
it. Borders it. It
Yeah,
borders
that's
it.
what I'm
But
saying.
remember
So maybe he's
Yeah.
from the Caucasus.
Could be. But then again, that would make him more like Armenoid, which he didn't have an Armenian name, but or Kurdish or something like that.
Got it.
Just so people know, the part of Turkey that borders the Caucasus and Iran and all that eastern
Yeah.
Turkey, the more east you go,
That's exotic, man.
yeah, that's
Woo-hoo.
less Turkish. That's less Turkish. Those are ethnically,
I see.
yeah, they have what's
They're Muslim.
yeah, they're Lazistan up north, Armenians, they're Armenoid, or they're Kurdish.
I see.
Kurdish, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's more
Everything.
to the west where the hardcore Turks established themselves, and they border right up against Greece. But when it came to yeah, for some reason he didn't take me on any more than Malika Makuri would, and I think they were both freaked out by what and who I am. Now, Dr.
Okay.
Epstein knew who I was. And she obviously, she wasn't trying to forewarn them or turn them off. She was just, she's friends with Dr. Malika Makuri. That's why she recommended her. But
Yeah.
I think that the South Asian woman, we'll call her South Asian because I don't know whether she's Indian, Pakistani, or Bengali, or say
Yes.
or from Sri Lanka. I don't know. It could be any of those for that region. But she she definitely didn't want to work with me. I think because she was intimidated by what I am, who I am. And it could be the other doctor was as well, but the
green
Vietnamese
blood.
doctor, yeah. But the funny thing about Dr. Epstein was she had no, well, she like asked me. That was the funny part. I've described this before. She had an instrument all the way up my nose, a camera
Ooh.
all the way up my
boy.
nose, and it's probing
Oh, boy.
around right behind my eyes, right underneath my skull,
Owie.
and then asked
Ooh.
me, "Are you German?"
Hmm?
That's why I'm only half. I said, my mother was half Japanese, half Chinese. It's just going into that, but it was like after that she withdrew the instrument. I mean, it's just like it was weird. It was like a torture interrogation session.
That is weird.
Yeah.
All the way up your nose, and she asked you that.
Yeah.
I guess Dietrich.
Yeah. Yes. Well, look at her name, Epstein, right? I mean, we can.
For God's sake!
Yeah.
Oh man, if you didn't have a thing up your nose, you could have said, "When did you convert?"
Yeah. Oh my God. Well, at any rate, with everything that
That's
went on
crazy.
yesterday,
Are you German?
yeah. But it was a culmination. Yesterday was the culmination of just everything that I've been planning for a year, right? I mean, so it was like, we finally got everything done. So I'm exhausted. So at this point tonight, I'm just just here to check in, tell everybody I'm okay, and we'll get back to the serious shit on Sunday. But
that's been my rule. Rest when I can.
Yeah, but just so people know, this weekend is Taiwan Father's Day. I get time with an escort. Then, the 11th will be National Mountain Day, but I'm not doing anything with the Blood Boys. They got PE teachers for that shit. Okay, they can climb mountains with them. I'll be seeing my chiropractor that day. But here, take a look at the calendar, people. Yeah, what comes up?
It's stuffed.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, what comes up is the major Japanese basically Japanese Halloween. It's a lot more serious than that, or a lot more, shall we say, respectful than that. This is the Japanese ancestors' day, week. It's season, ancestors season. The Oban Matsuri is coming up, ancestral spirit season, and on the 13th, Thursday the 13th, everybody, that's when the Japanese Ghost Oban Festival month starts. It's the month of the dead. So the Chinese month of the dead starts. Japanese dead season starts. Or decedent ancestors, the dead ancestors. But the Chinese ancestors month it's when the gates of hell open. So on Thursday the 13th of this month is when the gates of hell open, and it happens every year. And for a month, the ghosts walk the earth. So Brendan Zogit should be returning that weekend. Appropriately
That's the
enough.
13th?
Yeah, it'll be on the 13th, Thursday the 13th.
Starting the 13th.
Starting
and it
the
goes
13th.
for a month.
But yeah, it goes
Okay.
for a month. But the highlight will be the 27th. The 27th will be the peak of ghost activity. So the ghosts will be like the 27th, they'll be so thick you can see them, as perceived in Chinese culture.
Right.
So that will be during the middle of Okinawa's Oban, because they celebrate Chinese style, the lunar calendar, whereas the Japanese, being the land of the rising sun, they use the solar calendar.
Well, and that's the window
yeah.
bracketed by the two eclipse events coming.
Yes. Yes.
The new moon and the full moon.
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
Oh, a solar and a lunar.
Yes. Yes. Very
So
important.
that's interesting. That's to be extra
Yes. Yeah.
dimensional.
Yeah. The 15th, the Ides of this month, will be the day that proactive prosecution of hostilities ended in World War II with Asia. Traditionally, it was known as VJ Day, but the Japanese made the Americans and the Brits change that to Victory in the Pacific Day, VP Day. Yeah, and so 16th would be Bela Lugosi's death day. He would have died 69 years ago that date. Then Bullying No Way Week comes up, important for the Blood Boys, of course.
I saw all his movies back in the day, creature features.
Oh yes, I know. It was back when star actors were real actors, and
Man,
yeah,
and stuff.
yeah, stars. They were actual like stars. Then Chinese Valentine's Day comes up on the 19th. Again, I'll be spending time with an escort that day. So that'll be the 19th. That'll be my preoperative telephone appointment as well. I'll take time out for that. They'll call me on I'll have to have my cell phone active on site outside of the estates. We'll find me a hotel room because we never want the phone's signal to be traced to the estates. So I'll be in a separate hotel room that day. But then after that, I'll be preparing for the surgery. The surgery will be the 24th. So obviously the night before the surgery
Of August.
Yeah, 24th
This is all August.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And so obviously the Sunday night before Monday the 24th will be a truncated transmission where obviously I'll leave early because I'm getting up very early the next day.
And it's a Monday. Ah,
yeah,
man.
it's a Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the post-op follow-up will be a Monday as well. So that will also be a truncated transmission because I have to be at the post-operative follow-up on Monday the 31st at 9:30 in the morning in San Rafael. By the way, the Sunday...
Well, and the Wednesday night show comes up pretty fast.
Yeah.
After the 24th. Real fast.
Yeah, yeah. The 24th after that, we'll have the...
Wednesday already.
Yeah, Wednesday
and you'll
already.
See how you feel.
Yeah, yeah. And we'll be also entering the height of the very next day. Wednesday night will be the eve day of what will effectively be Dead Day, the height of ghost activity for the month of the dead. Yeah. And so we'll be on that night, and we'll see how I feel.
Wednesday. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And Then Sunday night will be another truncated episode on Frankenstein Day. By the way, that is a
Ah.
actual recognized awareness day. Frankenstein Day will be the 30th, Sunday the
To
30th.
recognize Mary Shelley, I hope. And her
Yes,
weird
yes,
talents.
yeah,
Yeah.
her creation,
Yeah.
so to speak,
Yeah.
yeah. And
So prophetic.
yes, yes.
We talked about it. AI is the Frankenstein now.
Well, that almost
And the
compliments AI. That makes it sound almost
pitchforks are
sympathetic.
coming out.
Yeah,
Yeah, it doesn't even have that much heart.
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
It did. Prometheus, that is.
Yes.
The monster.
Yes, yes. Well, yeah. Well, now, if I remember
The
correctly,
doctors are now the Elons and shit.
yeah. Oh God. Well, those are again. That don't dignify them by comparing them to Victor von Frankenstein. Oh my God.
I hate to.
Yeah,
But
that's
you kind of can't help it.
yeah. It's. I understand the need for some parallel that people can understand.
Yeah.
But anyhow,
It just occurred to me the other night. I surprised myself.
yeah, yeah. Oh, how that? Not that parallel. That must have occurred to you a long time
to
ago.
draw the line.
Yes.
Yeah.
There we are. Yeah.
It
And
just came to me.
yeah. And by
But
the way,
she was badass.
yes, Mary Shelley. You mean? Go on.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't know that much, but I know she must have suffered a lot of pain.
Yeah.
And she was hanging out with like Lord Byron and shit.
Yeah.
And he was a madman, but oh, so handsome. And how could he write? Poetry's never been my, always had a little trouble with it. I've learned to love it. But oh no, he could write. Wow. Especially in that steamy, weird English British atmosphere in the country. And his estate, I mean, they were living in those estates and shit. And she had a crazy husband, and she never got any acclaim. I think it was originally published under a man's name.
I'd have to look into that. It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah,
You would almost
it's an
expect
interesting story.
Yeah,
I'll look for a bio of her in the library.
Yeah, I mean, it shouldn't be
There should
hard.
be one.
Yeah, it shouldn't be hard to find. Yeah, was that
No.
Aristides attempting to say something?
Probably ended up a lesbian at the end. I don't know if
I
she
wouldn't
lived
blame
long
her.
even.
What's that?
They all did.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, well, who could blame them? Look at
It was much looser then.
Yeah.
If you were,
Wealthy.
rich.
Yeah. If you were the noble of the noble class. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nobody was judging.
Yeah. It's true in a sense. I mean, of course, there were other things people would, judge you on.
Well, and you could. I guess the cops did drag plenty of aristocrat out of the men's clubs.
Did
But they probably got out I think they got off a little easier or didn't get drug out in the first place, kind of thing. Backdoor for them.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. If they were touched at all. Were they even touched? What gave you that impression they were even touched? Yeah, by the cops.
Well, in the mad rush.
Maybe.
Just taking them all kind of thing.
Maybe.
You couldn't tell.
Oh,
when they were
got it. In case there was
Yeah.
a raid someplace where one of them got swept up.
Yeah.
I
Rounded up. Yes.
Yeah. But all that being said, so you've seen what a busy month it is ahead, but it's
Yeah.
all good stuff. It's all good stuff.
Very full.
Yeah. But
And I think you'll come out of it feeling the better for it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes. Well, I know I will. I know I will.
Yeah.
And it's for those of you who don't know, the surgery is to remove the bags under my eyes.
Hey.
That's
Amen.
yeah. And I've been wanting to do that for a while now, and we're finally getting. And plenty of people conspired to do everything to try and prevent that from happening. But it's so important to do that just because maintaining my looks is important, and it's it's a weapon. And
I support it.
Thank you. I appreciate that profoundly.
Key to success for sure.
Yes.
Maybe up to a point. It's good to get in the high mid-range.
Yes. Yeah. And
it makes you less, sometimes you want to be invisible.
I understand what you're saying.
So you can play that both ways.
Yes. That's so aside from that, everybody cares about you as a person, Holly. How are you doing?
Going along, doing okay. Some
Okay.
shit's happened. My quick thought about karma,
Mm-hmm.
rolling back to the
Please
beginning.
do. Please do. Yeah.
Yeah, it used to drive me crazy. You know, earthquake in Haiti, New Orleans flooded, and people all sitting back and saying, yeah, they have the bad karma, right?
What a
And
horrible
I
thing
just,
to say. What a horrible thing to say.
oh, I hear it's the new agest thing in the world.
That's why I hate New
Oh, it's
Age.
their karma.
That's not, you know
Down,
what? Thank you for saying that, because I hate the New Age, because that is so connected with the Presidio and Esalen. That's what.
and that's a big part of the philosophy.
Yes. Yeah.
Somehow they deserved it.
Thank you.
So I haven't read the Vedas, but I started to think, what if the highest karma people get, because this demands reincarnation,
Yeah.
get born into the hardest lives, because that's the way you keep the human race
Striving.
spirit
Yeah.
and emotional ability.
Yeah.
Because there's not many souls that can stand that and still raise families, sing and dance, all that, so that they're the most weathered and tested and true ones, even though they have to die the hardest.
Yeah.
And that was a scary little thought, but it's the one that I can understand, and that, you know, most of America is soft little pink whites, you know, jelly souls that have to, and that's why these rich ones die with smiles on their faces and aren't necessarily suffering, like you say.
Yeah.
I don't know that they're in an agony of guilt. No, they're fucking
no, they're too
guilt-free,
psychotic.
baby.
That would imply.
They're not neurotic.
Yeah. Yeah.
That guilt's neurosis, but they're the opposite, the too much self-esteemers.
Yes. Yeah. Guilt would imply they have a conscience.
and an ability to self-examine it all.
Yeah, that's right. No, that's not there.
They think they were born that way.
Yeah.
So that was how I made my peace with karma.
There we are. Well, I'm not quite sure that, how would I say it? It's so, but how would you articulate that more? Obviously, when people say things like, good God, an earthquake in Haiti, and somebody says karma, that's just so offensive, because
I've heard it over and over. Yeah. Anne Rice wrote the most heartbreaking essay after New Orleans.
Okay, what's she write?
About how what really broke her heart about it was how much of America thought they deserved it.
Really?
Yep.
Oh my God!
It's heartbreaking.
But why?
You can look it up. Bad karma.
But I don't understand. It's like, is it what?
Because you could still be poor there and have like fun, and all kinds of people live there.
Because it was such a party. I get it, because it was a party.
It was such a party, and it was so ethnic.
Got it.
Even to different religions and who all.
Yes. Okay. Now that
and plenty of booze, and let the good times roll.
Yeah.
And God knows it was, you know, it was corrupt. Hell yeah.
Yes.
But most of that was the white fucking politicians. Shit. Just like in Newark. So, oh yeah, it's a beautifully written piece, and I wept reading it.
Wow. You'll have to share
and
that
encountered it every day at the time.
Yeah. Well, share
it with me. Well, you know.
Well, share it with me.
That place was unholy.
Yeah, the place is unholy. Yeah, well, there you go. Yeah.
And that was like hippie New Agers.
Yeah. Oh God.
Disgusted me.
What assholes. Yeah.
Now, I know that Esalen was big into Est.
Yes. That's quite true.
Again.
Yeah.
I always thought that was pollution. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Esalen actually, on their board of directors for a period of time, had the 9 Egyptian gods, the Ennead.
Yes.
That were conjured up at Cecil Rhodes and Arthur Young and Poharich's round table in Berkeley.
That's right. That's right.
And I knew a dear friend of mine was there at that time working.
Hmm.
since like the beginning. And he said, yeah, that was a freaky ass time. There were suicides and shit.
You bet. Not just suicides,
Yeah.
murders.
God knows.
Yeah, they asked cult leader himself. Didn't he ultimately go to jail for his murders?
Which one?
Werner
What the hell are you talking
Erhard.
about? Oh, did he? Because he was big stuff. But that was Esalen. It's all German philosophers. Rolf and Maslow and all of them. I used to know. What's the one? Oh God, it's bugging me. I can't think and talk at the same time.
No worries.
They'll come to me
I'm
when I
right there
shut up
with
a
you.
minute.
Stand
But
in
yeah,
line.
it's based in German. The very the philosophies that happen now that drove the Volk to support a cleansing. And it was a reaction to technology and robots and machines over craftsmanship.
Well, Werner Erhard is someone who is on his own trip, and think a lot of times there were a lot of people who were trying to say that this goes back to Nazism, but that's not the case. Esalen is the opposite of Nazism. These are like philosophers that were essentially whom the Nazis rejected.
Jewish, for one thing.
Yeah, that's yeah. And so the yes, thank you.
Rolf.
It's very important. No,
That's
it's
another one.
quite true. It's
Rolf.
quite true. No, it's all
Yeah.
quite true.
No, Rolf, the
Yeah.
therapist.
Yeah.
Ida Rolf.
But by the way, is that where the massage comes from? Rolfing?
It is from Ida Rolf,
Yeah. Wow.
and that's taught. And what's it called? Rolfing. Yeah.
Yeah. The for those who are into pain. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like,
It's a manipulation for sure.
Have you tried it?
I have not. I came close because in Boulder, when I lived there, you could get a supervised student job done, and it's like 8 sessions you got to do. And I kind of wanted to do it, but I never got.
I was curious.
got
I
to
was
do it.
intrigued. I was really intrigued.
I am too, because Thai massage is my favorite. How they bend you and it's all stretching and stuff. God, it's marvelous.
Okay. Yeah.
But so I figure Rolfing. I don't know though, but it's deep.
Yeah, I know that much. It's like they they really punish you. Yeah. Hey, in other words, you're supposed to feel so good because they stop. That's what's
Yeah, there's something to be said for that.
Yeah.
I remember that old joke.
Yeah, it feels
There's
so
something to
good
be
they
said.
stop.
When it's over.
Yeah, but when it comes to now that we've gotten that out, the
Esalen burp.
yeah, but I'm glad you brought that up and also brought up
Oh, and the mystery of karma.
Yeah, the mystery of karma.
It all comes back around for me in the end is why have humans have such a terrible inherent flaw from the beginning of time, or at least recorded history.
Well, I mean,
the fuck.
Yeah, most Christians.
It's like
when most Christians
goodness.
answer the original sin, something like that.
Well, and you can mention bad karma at any cocktail party on the earth, but bring up, oh yeah, original sin. It's like you farted. But they're the same goddamn thing as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, isn't that strange?
Yeah.
And they're the same fucking thing. They really, I mean,
just like the rosary.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. And the malas and stuff. Same thing. So yeah, sometimes I like to try that in a crowd. It's great fun.
Well,
it stops conversation dead.
Yeah, you and I we both have a warped sense of humor, and we enjoy things like that. What most people don't.
Yeah, they don't.
Yeah, but
they judge you for the rest of your life.
No, they do. They really
hmm
do. It's like
The
that's
Christian chick.
yeah,
I'm Hindu.
yeah, yeah. But if you come out with that karma shit, then and talk Vedic or something, they'll think, oh, how cool, how
That's what I'm
enlightened.
saying.
Yeah,
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 stone white guy.
yeah,
Yes, talk spouting karma.
yeah,
When something bad happens to somebody else,
yeah.
they never think, when something bad happens to them, maybe it's my karma.
Yeah.
No, they never think that.
No, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely
Yeah,
right. I have never seen anyone respond that way. I must deserve it. I must
yeah,
have had it coming.
yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Catholics are supposed to,
I guess. Yeah, it's. I mean, I know you're
as
right.
opposed to
Yeah, actually, you're
Protestants.
right. You're
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, actually, Holly's right. Yeah, that's
A- a-
that's.
and Protestant women are supposed to,
Yeah, that
just
too.
not the men.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, fucking patriarchy. But yeah,
hmm
it's much worse with the Protestants than with the Catholics. Yeah, in that sense.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, so
Because Catholic wives can cook.
yes, there you go. That's right. That's true.
Damn right.
I love it. Oh, so what's on your mind internationally or domestically that you feel we
Oh
should be paying
God,
attention to? By
it's
the way,
all bad.
by the way, when I'm done talking with Holly, I'm probably shutting down the show tonight, just so people know.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't
Yeah.
crowd the exits.
Yeah. Just so people know,
Maybe
it's like I said,
somebody will
when I,
rescue us.
just everybody try and understand. Yesterday was the culmination of everything that took a year to make happen. I'm exhausted, and just gonna rest up, and by Sunday I'll be
You
back.
gotta snatch it when
Yeah.
you can.
Yeah, yeah, and but that being what it is, when you want
Get
to
a
hear some,
tiny bit of satisfaction from
uh-huh.
the SpaceX stock not soaring. I mean, I gotta get it where I
Yeah,
can
that's
find it,
right.
the
Yeah,
crumbs. I
yeah,
got to.
yeah,
Because
yeah,
when you go through bad stuff for a long time, you
yeah,
never, ever, ever want to lose your ability to immediately see when any little tiny good thing happens.
yeah.
Because that can happen quickly that you stop seeing it,
Yeah.
a person can.
Oh yeah, yeah,
And so we got to see it.
yeah,
There's no balance, but snatch it.
yeah. No, it's definitely a roller coaster ride for Elon Musk. Yeah, for those investors still hanging on to SpaceX shares since they dove below their IPO price, they were bracing for another potential hit, which, according to Holly, probably happened. Basically, you had $101 billion worth of stock becoming available for trading. I think it's tomorrow, ain't it? That's to so.
No, it's been on sale for a week and it
Okay.
started off big and then it fell. Now,
Yeah.
some Asian country apparently, did you see this, just collapsed because
Economically.
it's the debt load.
Mm,
These AI companies have run up such an inordinate amount of debt load
mm,
so fast
yeah.
that it swamps them somehow.
Uh-huh.
And that's what happened here. And it is in the news across the board. All this, Anthropic to Google to who all have this kind of debt load that will topple. Like you're saying, how
Yeah.
doomed the shit all is. But at least that's starting to make headlines
Yeah. Yeah.
because now, I mean, the payoff for what they're invested so far, how it's got to materialize really quick. How fast are they going to get paid to peddle this AI? And so
Mhm.
that depends on government contracts.
Mhm. Okay.
But
Do you know which
government,
nation?
I don't, I forget. But it was some Asian, and it was a small one.
Okay.
And I should remember.
Not Nepal, was it? Myanmar, Nepal,
No,
Sri
no,
Lanka.
no.
Uh,
Keep going though.
yeah,
If
I'm
you're
running out.
Googling Asian nation debt collapse,
Asian nation just collapsed in debt. In debt. Let's say that. Okay. In debt. And see if something comes up. No, nothing in
Okay.
particular is coming up.
Okay.
Yeah.
If it comes around for me again, I'll save it. I should have saved it and sent it.
It's no big deal. I mean, it's how
No, it's supposed to be an early precursor to what's like around the corner, because I don't want to pay for, they're not getting money for me out of this shit. But somebody's got to pay. And there's, the number of competitors in Asia. And now, what did I just see? It's called Google DeepSeek.
Yeah, with this,
I saw that Google bought DeepSeek
from the Chinese.
That's what I said, and I was in a hurry. I didn't drill down, or it was a paywall. And yeah, I Google DeepSeek.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow.
Yeah.
What happened? I'm waiting on my Wired.
All right. So, by the way, in case you're listening, Mr. Araujo, just want you to know that the more I think about it, the more I understand that Japan's debt crisis. Now, that's the closest thing I'm finding when I'm looking for Asian nations.
And that was not it. Yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't be Japan. But I do want people to understand that the reason there had to be a cooperative bracing of the yen between the American and Japanese empires is it's not that you see this alarmist bullshit all over YouTube where you get people who are just going to put this shit up to get clicks. You see clickbait where they'll talk about, oh, Japan's economy is collapsing and all this shit. No, but what is the reason the cooperative intervention occurred is because Japan's economy is so enormous. It's one of the three pillars, of course, of the global economy, is that if the yen wobbles enough, it could trigger a global financial crisis. So that is why there had to be intervention. So,
but our YouTubers will make it all Trump saving Japan.
Yeah,
another victory.
Yeah, that's what's
totally.
Yeah,
that's what I'm seeing.
Yeah, that's disgusting, and of course they're going to do that.
Yep.
And
that stunk even to my.
Yeah,
I knew something that couldn't be right. That just couldn't be right.
Yeah, it's just here's the way to look at it. Basically, a falling currency isn't always just one country's problem. And when the economy,
I'm now online looking up what I saw.
Yeah.
But I don't want to fuck up the call.
Yeah. So just understand that when Japan's economy is so large, its problems are the world's problems. So that's that's why something had to be done about that. But yeah, I'm not particularly alarmed because for one thing, Japan's got to change its economy at this point in history anyway, and it's got to change it to a wartime economy because we're all heading into a continuity of the Second World War. The unfinished business of the Second World War needs to be finished, and so we'll this is one of the necessary things to happen before then. So our dear Holly, I believe, is
Bangladesh came up.
Interesting. Okay, that's nice.
But there's another article, and I don't know if I can, get to it. But South Asia in the new global debt crisis, and so that there may be something in there.
Yeah.
But
Bangladesh is a good call because, obviously Bangladesh has.
I mean, like, who cares, right?
No, I wouldn't say that. I mean, that's just heartless. But I
mean, what I mean in terms of America.
Yeah. It's one of those things where, but all that being said, so what else? What else stands out to you domestically or internationally, buddy? Because, like I said, you're the only
So,
thing keeping the show going right now. Once Holly's
yeah,
done,
I
I'm
know.
checking
That's
out. Yeah,
worrisome. Let me see going back in my notebook if there's anything
that's cute.
pertinent.
No.
I
That's
don't think there
adorable.
is, no.
Yeah. By the way, Heather,
Uh,
Heather dropped in earlier and
yeah,
said
Heather.
she still loves us. So if you're out there
Good.
listening, Heather, we love you in return. And
Well,
Vin too.
she has been absent. I had a little question, and
Wait,
it's
she
like
hasn't been absent in the
kindergarten.
sense that she always checks in the chat, generally
She
speaking.
always does. Yeah, I
Yeah,
see that.
yeah,
Yeah, no criticism there.
yeah.
Um, well, I have a couple weird questions anyway.
Sure.
So China does. Oh, this was after that scorching update on Tibet.
Yes.
China does have state-sanctioned religions.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, like handpicked 5 or 10 of them.
We can look it up. I mean, okay,
Yeah.
China state-sanctioned
If
religions.
anybody knew, it'd be you. Because if it's not sanctioned, they're witches to catch, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
Yeah.
and so here we are, China state-sanctioned religions. So China officially recognizes and sanctions 5 religions:
Okay.
Buddhism,
Yeah.
Taoism,
Yeah.
Islam,
Aha.
Protestantism, and
Oh boy.
Catholicism. Yeah.
Wow.
With
Okay.
with Christianity split into separate Protestant and Catholic categories.
Yeah.
So all legal religious groups must register with state-approved patriotic associations under the
Yeah.
supervision of the ruling Communist Party. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like
And it's localities.
yeah.
So one, district might be very different from the next one.
Yeah, probably.
Kinda.
Yeah,
In
I'm
terms
sure.
of
No, I mean
repressive, in terms of
yeah,
need to repress and
yeah,
wallow in suffering by
yeah.
the officials, like
Y-
here.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, obviously it's bad. Government control and rules. Listen to this shit. State oversight. All groups must register with the government, support Communist Party leadership, and promote socialist values. Sinicization.
Yeah.
Religious doctrines and architecture must adapt to Chinese culture and communist ideology.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Brutalism.
yeah.
Oh shit.
Restrictions.
Oh no.
Now, party members must be atheist. You're not allowed to be a member of the Communist Party unless you're atheist.
Wow.
And you're not
Full
gonna.
atheist? You can't even worship the fucking Z?
Yeah.
No,
There you go.
they do, but as a
Yeah.
state,
Yeah.
that was a crazy book, Blood Sacrifice in the Nation,
Yeah.
2 Oxford scholars
Okay. Yeah.
demonstrate how if a country is so-called not a unified single religious body, then it automatically worships the state,
Okay. Yeah.
including with human sacrifice.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
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 And by the way, part of the
Flag worship and treating all that like sacred relics.
well, we have that here in the United States. Yeah.
Big time.
The flag and the Constitution. Yeah.
And the
And
guns and the
yeah. And in communist China, religious education for minors is banned. Dude.
Whoa.
Yeah. So you have to like
So
be
all you got is your old grandma, because your mother don't give a fuck. She's working.
yeah. Yeah. There you
She
go.
ain't sitting in church.
Yeah. So
That's
it's
harsh.
yeah. So in other words, you got to be of legal age before you can even decide you want to be religious. Yeah. That's fucked.
Wow.
Yeah.
And never even get taught about it.
Yeah.
You got to do your own
Yeah. By the way,
teaching.
the Lay Renee Encounters joins us in the chat. She says, "Good evening, Team Dietrich. Love the roundtable conversations. Holly is amazing with her knowledge. Hearts
No
to you all."
way.
Yeah. So why don't you respond to her in
Thank
the
you,
chat?
darling.
Yes.
Thank you, darling.
Yeah. Can you see the chat, or do I need to screen share? I'll screen share so you can see it.
No, I can see the chat.
Okay. Good. No, not necessarily our text. All you're gonna see is photographs from T. Tank Berry of Liberians killing each
Oh,
other.
okay. No, you got to finish that.
Some
God.
screen sharing then. Here we are. We're
That's
screen.
yeah, that's one of a kind information on that you give though.
Yeah, thank you.
And I see it
Yeah.
trickle out now.
Interesting. Yeah.
Now that I know what to look for.
Yeah. So
But
here,
nobody knows that shit.
not normally. No, you gotta be Doug Dietrich to know.
Aw,
So here we are. Lady Renee encounters. Good evening, T. Dietrich. Love the roundtable conversations. Holly is amazing with her knowledge. Hearts do also.
thank you.
Yeah. And she
Thank
says,
you.
"You're very welcome," with a wink. See that? She said
Aw.
that. There.
Glad you're here, babe.
Yes. So, and let me send her a kiss. And in the meantime, yes. So what else was what else comes up? Oh, what about there's something going on with primaries, Democrats. What
El
stands out?
Said won in
Yeah.
Michigan, and
Yeah.
that's a happy day for me.
Okay.
And he kicked ass.
Yeah.
And I guess she got the biggest APAC known donation in history
Wow.
and couldn't beat him.
Well.
Yeah,
So, yeah, Holly,
yeah.
take another look at the screen share. Can you see the screen share? The Lay Renee
I can.
Encounters says, "I appreciate how well read Holly is."
Wow, we could talk books, girl.
Yes. Yeah. And
Kiss
okay.
back. I could
Yes.
do that. No, it's a screenshot.
Yeah. See if you can get into the chat.
Kisses back.
Yeah. Yeah. Mwah. Yeah. We love you
Yeah,
in
give her
return.
one for me.
Yeah, in return. Okay, there we are. At the Lay Renee Encounters. There we go. Excellent. So that comes up. And let me get the right heart exclamation. In the meantime, yeah, so at least there's happy developments in regard to some primaries being won. And, well, obviously, what is it? Real left.
Would you say that Christians persecuted scientists more than Jews?
It's
Just thinking about it for a minute,
I-
I believe they did, and that's why all the famous scientists are Jewish in physics and shit.
well, originally they were German, but
Well,
yeah.
that's true too, but plenty of them were Jewish.
Enough of a number of them,
German
yes, to start
Jews.
confusing. Yeah, to start confusing the issue. Yes. But by the way,
Okay.
before we go there, I do want to validate what Holly is saying. America's far left, essentially, what would be considered the far left of America, is ascendant.
Now,
Yeah. And,
yeah, it didn't used to be.
yeah.
It's still fucking common sense, for fuck's sake.
Thank you. But Abdul El Said, he's not a member of the DSA, the Democratic Socialists of America, but he does draw from that crowd. So
Yes.
he was today declared.
Because of Israel. Chiefly.
Yes, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
And-
very open.
Yeah. So today he was declared the winner of Michigan's Democratic Senate primary, and that is the latest indication of the far left's growing influence. So we can.
What happens in November is anybody's guess.
Yeah. Well, we hope that we're gonna trounce the Reds in November.
Worked for Mom Donnie.
Yeah. And but when it comes to what I secretly hope, of course, is that some DSA aligned candidate wins the Democrats' presidential nomination in 2028. I mean, that's the fact that that's even
Well,
a
it
plausible.
ain't Gavin Newsom.
Yeah, no,
And I
no,
fear
no.
him, and his engines are revving up. He
Ugh.
thinks it's him.
Well, all I can
He
say.
thinks it's him. It's going to be whoever Ken Griffin wants.
Oh God, Ken Griffin.
Shit.
Who's Ken? Oh, that.
He's
it's
the
Ken
guy.
Griffin's the
Yeah,
guy
yeah.
again. Where we were talking about. Those are just money manipulators. It's like. It's
He's
like,
flipped it, man. He's more.
yeah.
He's more.
So what do you think of him as a kingmaker?
The kingmaker.
But
Perhaps of the earth.
well, I don't know about
It's like,
that. These guys seem to be just playing with funny money to me.
I know, and I guess they are, but they're living high till the whole thing blows.
Yeah,
And
that's
we're like, the suffering is profound
uh,
for a country like this, for God's sake. It's
uh,
profound. And it's
it's
really, and it keeps getting worse every day.
yeah, it's all true on that
More
regard.
agencies, more regulations, more ICE raids,
Yeah,
more funding cuts,
yeah, yeah,
more prices raising. I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
it's
Yes, sir.
all you need for chaos. And I just
Oh,
can't blame people too fast.
yeah. It's yeah,
Because
we're
here you live cheek by jowl,
yeah,
from the richest to the poorest.
yeah. It's what a
And I
nightmare.
know who I'd rather hang out with, that's for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. But the point is like I don't hear anything about this Ken Griffin guy. It's not like I hear anything
I
about him.
know,
He doesn't
because
seem very
he's not one
political.
of these narcissists. He's not the half dozen we hear about.
Well, I think he's a narcissist. I think that's just a given for.
Yeah, I know, but some are driven for the limelight, and he has not been.
Okay.
But somehow, there's still investigative reporting out there, and he's been drawn out to a certain degree.
Okay.
And I just, luckily happened on the article, and it is a New Yorker thing, but they're pretty darn carefully vetted, and it was mind blowing.
Okay, so
Mind blowing. I mean, he's like at the level where he can buy and sell Elon Musk's.
okay, so according to the God AI, I asked the AI, Almighty AI, is Ken
I don't think
Griffin?
you should mess with that thing. You put that down. Don't touch that thing.
You
It's
can't
dirty.
help it. You don't have a choice.
I know.
But, so
God.
here's what I asked: Is Ken Griffin? I'm doing a screen share. Can you see the screen share? So
Well, yes.
I asked, is Ken Griffin a kingmaker? Yes, it says yes. Ken Griffin
course.
functions as a political
Trying to tell you.
kingmaker through his immense financial contributions to conservative and Republican candidates.
I'm telling you,
Yeah, so there
immense.
we
He can
are.
buy
So he
Elon and
really
sell
is
him
a
cheap.
piece of shit. He really is.
He is so far out there.
Yeah, what a piece of shit. So, okay, so he's the enemy. So,
Oh God.
yeah,
In a Democrat suit.
yeah.
Even so, and he doesn't like Trump. And he's rich enough he doesn't have to.
If he's back in, it says here he's heavily back in Republican congressional leadership and gubernatorial campaigns, so he's back in
Yeah,
Trump.
and I always had. So I guess
Yeah.
I shouldn't say that he's ever worn a Democrat.
Well, they're trying to
Scandal.
claim Griffin is not a lockstep partisan. He has openly
Yeah.
criticized Donald Trump and certain economic policies like tariffs, preferring
Yeah.
pro-business traditional conservative platforms focused
Right.
on deregulation, meritocracy, and education reform. What the fuck does that mean, education reform? It means stop DEI, I presume.
They want robots in the schools. No, they'd be happy if it was all Zoom. That's a whole nother issue, that robot school next to SpaceX in Texas is trying to teach all the poor kids. And the humans involved are like
I love
fucking
what that
wardens.
thing. Oh, that link you sent me of the sex doll they made a teacher.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I forget where that was.
Oh, that's
Some
hilarious.
Ohio or some shit.
Yes. Oh, that's delightful.
What are they thinking? What are they
thinking? That's like, oh my God, but that was funny as fuck. And
Yeah.
so thank you for that. That's I've got to download that. I've got to look that up again and download it. Oh
man.
yeah, and there we go. We found we got the photograph. I think he put it. There we are. It's in the. So here we are. So let's do a screen share. So when I was with our let's see if I can do this. Can I pull this off? Let me see. Go here. Click on here. I'm doing a screen share. Okay,
Yeah.
Can you see this, honey? So
Yeah.
our man, T Tank Berry, he took the
Face for
photograph.
fears.
Yeah, in the Presidio, the Disney Family Museum. So there he took.
What?
Yeah, this is San Francisco. It's on Gary and Masonic. Face your fears with that, devil face in the Presidio,
Yeah.
the Disney Family Museum. Yeah, there we
Now I've been to that cheesy Disneyland museum where there's armed guards at each door. It's the stupidest thing on earth, and it's a room full of glass, not cases, but floor to ceiling, with like suits hanging in them. A Darth Vader suit, a Chewbacca suit, Alec Guinness's suit. It's the dumbest ass thing. And that's what I was just thinking the other day. The Death Star hasn't been updated since the 70s.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
What the fuck? That's why Star Trek kicks their ass. And I'll fight you in the alley over it. If anybody that disagrees, step outside. But it's still the same fucking Death Star. But so what the hell is this Disney Family Museum now?
Yeah, it's you saw
With
it.
the devil.
Yeah, it's worship the devil.
That's not what it was. I don't think they called it maybe they did call it the Disney. Maybe they got more costumes in there, like, sexy mermaid costumes and shit. And a princess dress or 5 in different colors, in a gay rainbow of colors. Disney fucked my head.
Oh, I love it.
I think it was Disney that made me just think I was entitled to having a happy ending, if you know what I mean. If you try extra hard, as long as you try hard enough, everything will work out.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, as of today, but.
Yeah. Well, all I could say is that, they purchased Star Wars, so that's why they got all the Star Wars shit. So yeah, Disney runs Star Wars, and they ran it to the ground.
Oh, because it was Lucas, of course. It was Lucas
originally.
first.
Yeah.
So that's why it was the Star Wars armory.
Yeah. It was originally.
But now
Industrial Lights
Disney's
and Magic.
rebranded. That's right.
Yeah.
He moved all that up to not Sonoma, Mendocino.
Yeah.
Big estate. Oh, the neighbors fought it for a decade. But Disney's rebranded it.
Yeah. That's right.
With the devil's finger in your fucking nose. So is this like pre-Halloween, or is that their mascot?
It's like one of several different signs they had, but it's the one that stands out as the most apropos. The other signs where it showed a Disney princess and have a ball at the Presidio,
Wow, they've rebranded it. So I wonder what devil which movie he's in.
I've never seen that one.
I haven't either. He must have might emerge from the ground.
Yeah, he emerged from their collective subconscious.
Yeah, the archives.
Yeah.
Oy.
Okay, well, honey, I love you dearly.
Are you tired? I am
We've
too.
been on for how long? I think I did my few hours for tonight. We've been on almost 3 hours. So I just want everyone to know.
Good enough, Doug.
Yeah, I love you all.
Hey, and I'm saying in the weeks to come, take it easy. Take the time to rest when you get it, and take it while you're going through some of that stuff.
Oh, well, definitely.
And,
for 2 weeks after surgery, I'm going to be convalescing. Yeah.
So don't plan any overnighters on air.
No. Like I said, we got,
You take it.
Yeah.
Because you'll come back stronger than ever when this is done. I know that.
Oh, no, definitely. No, it's literally taken years off of me. And so, I mean, I'm satisfied with the way I look, except for what I obsess on. So just taking care of that obsession.
Every girl knows that.
Yeah, we'll
Every girl
really
knows
bitch up my
that.
act. So
How's under your chin?
Yeah, my chin's fine. Don't listen to Brendan
it?
Zoget.
You got a
Zoget
jawline?
is-
No, I'm asking because
Yeah.
oh boy,
Yeah.
that lady wrote that whole book. I worry about. I'm ashamed of my neck.
Yeah, that's funny. That's cute. No,
Yeah, keep up that jawline.
no, but that Brendan Zoget goober, he said, Doug's got a double chin. He's an idiot. Yeah, so, I do not. Yes.
Not when I last saw
yeah,
you.
yeah,
So
thank
least
you.
of your worries, baby.
Yeah.
I'm glad you'll see Vi.
Yes. No, I find out there. The funny thing is my legal father he was self-conscious about his neck and chin, which is silly. It's amazing how people are. So, okay, Aristides, if you're still with us. Yeah, well, I mean,
Thank
don't
you,
leave just yet.
Aristides,
We're all
for
gonna
all
say
that
good
you
morning.
do.
We're all gonna say good morning before we check out. So,
Okay.
Aristides, do you want to come on and say good morning, please?
Yeah. Good morning. Good night.
Good morning and good
Yes.
night.
Yes.
Morning. Good night. Yep.
Okay.
Hello
So
and goodbye.
everyone, what's that? Say that again.
Hello and goodbye.
Yes, thank you.
That's it. Hi
That
and
was
bye.
wonderful. So everybody out there, love you dearly. All those who support us, we love you in
And the
return.
lovely lady that wrote the nice things.
The
Thank you,
Renee
dear.
Encounters, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we adore you. And
Listen next time. And hey, everybody, shovel some money at this guy.
thank you. Appreciate
Shovel
that.
Yep. There you go.
Yeah,
Just put
right.
the link right now for the PayPal there. So
Yeah,
yeah,
Thank
good
you.
for
help.
you.
It's been a momentous time. Doug needs
Yeah.
to knock off early and
Needs
you know,
some
maybe help him keep making progress
by the wheelbarrow.
in his life.
Thank you. Yes.
Here.
Well,
And thank you, T-Tank, for driving him.
yes, he's the best. Well, kisses to the ladies, hugs to the lads. Yeah. Join us on Sunday, same Dietrich time, same Dietrich channel, and of course Dietrich is the Teuto Slavonic for Dragon. Same Dragon time, same Dragon channel, and bring a friend and spread the word. All right. Okay.
Lucky to be here. Good night.
We're lucky to have you, all of you. And so with that, we're ending stream. Let's press the buttons and press the end button. And now triple redundancy process.